to the best of your ability.
I was. I did exactly what I told her I was going to do. I will give you $50 out of my check every week because I'm only making $150 a week. So my seasonal job ended, so did my income. You understand what I'm saying?
So you feel like she's unnecessarily hard on you?
Right. But it became less of, we're going to do this together, to more of you do, and I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to sit back. And it got to a point where I started to feel a way about certain little things, such as I'm at home and I'm watching television and you walk in the house. And now you don't want to watch what I'm watching, so I have to stop everything I'm doing and focus on what you want to watch on television.
Yeah, you do.
How is that fair? How is that fair?
I'm going to make a ruling right now. When your mother works all day and you've been at home watching TV, when your mother comes home, if she wants to see something on television in her house that she works to pay for, that remote goes to her hand and she watches what she wants to watch. Ruling is in. This court is about teaching men to be better fathers, men to be better men, and for cycles to be broken. Meaning, you want to prepare him to be a man. He's feeling like he's just not doing his best. Tell me, what your fears are?
I don't want Ryan to keep making some of the same mistakes that I made. Okay, I got high. I ran the street. But there comes a point in your life when it's time to say enough is enough.
What is he doing wrong?
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 5 o'clock, be in the house at 10 o'clock. No, you want to come in there ringing my doorbell 1 o'clock in the morning? That's disrespectful. I get what, 2 hours sleep? To go to try to provide for us to have somewhere to stay, a stable home.
Her mentality when I speak to her about it is, well, I'm your mother and this is how it is and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm 24 years old and I'm holding down a job and I'm giving you what I can't afford to give you. I don't have a key to this apartment where I'm staying at, but I'm giving you money so I can stay there. At 24, I should have a key.
You two definitely are having issues communicating, to say the least. Now, maybe this is because you two have not spoken or seen one another in almost 3 years because of this dispute?
Yes, ma'am.
3 years? Miss Poirier, you look emotional.
I love my son. I love my son. All I want is for my child just to grow up. But then it was time to come in here. Mom, I didn't get paid this, that, the other. But yet still, you going in there to find your little roll up, your little, to do your business.
All right, so this brings us to the specifics of your suit. You say he did not contribute. You say you have cable bills.
I have cable bill, I have rent.
Did you bring that to court today?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Jerome, will you hand me that proof from Ms. Poirier? So now, Ms. Poirier, I need you to tell the court specifically what you're suing for.
Okay, I'm suing him for $5,000 because that's all I can sue him for. But actually, Your Honor, that's like $8,357.28.
How did you get to this number?
Well, my rent, Your Honor, is $1,200 a month. The cable bill is like $159, so within a year, the rent is like $7,000. Some change in the cable bill is $1,000. So that adds up to $8,357.28.
Never agreed to pay half of anything.
So the amount of time that he lived with you?
He lived with me like 4 years and a half before he had to go.
Mr. Poirier, you're shaking your head no. Did you agree to give her $50 a week, or did you agree to give her $50 a week when you could afford to?
When I could afford to.
It's not $50 when I can afford to. I can't tell the rent man, I'm only going to give you $600.
Yeah, but you also put your name on paper for the rent man. You signed a contract with the rent man. I didn't sign a contract with you.
I'm only going to give you $100 because this is what I can afford.
And again,
because I only make this amount of money.
And you sign a lease. When you do that, that says my rent is so forth and so forth, and I'm going to give you and so forth and so forth. I never did that with you.
So when he was working this job, he was to give you $50 a week.
A week.
How long did he work this job?
2.5 weeks.
Did you just say 2.5
A
weeks?
seasonal job for 2.5 weeks. When you work at a store for a season, that season is always 2 months and longer. I don't know where she got this 2.5 weeks from. If you can find me a job, that's why hire me.
So,
in the store for 2.5
how long
weeks.
did you work this job where you were supposed to
I
give
was
her
at this job
$50 a week?
for almost 3 months before the season ended.
So almost 3, so you were with almost 3 months,
Yes,
which is
ma'am.
12 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much of that did he pay during this time?
Maybe $200.
Is that about how much you paid her, Mr.
I
Poyer?
would say it was a little more than that, but I would say, in honesty, probably more around like 300, 350, honestly.
Ms. Poyer, you have a witness. I just want to briefly hear from you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Natasha. Rosalind's sister.
Yeah.
I am fine.
Yes.
My main concern of the reason why I'm here is because he's going out smoking marijuana. He's jumping turnstiles, getting arrested. Stupid stuff like that.
The worst thing I've ever done was smoke weed, and I turned out when I was 17. Leave it alone. Let it die already.
Okay.
Let it die. I don't understand.
I'm glad that he said that. Okay, smoking marijuana, that doesn't go out of your system right away. So how are you gonna get a job if your system is dirty?
That's a good question, Mr. Poyer.
Every job in the world doesn't require a drug test, Your Honor.
So you're looking for those?
I've had numerous ones of them.
And you know who's gonna hire him? Because once they do a background check, you only working 2 weeks.
Yeah, or you just got arrested for jumping a turnstile.
Okay, you both feel that his girlfriend, his current girlfriend, is a bad influence. Jerome, will you please escort her into the courtroom?
Mark Kerr, a man on a mission to be the greatest fighter in the world, or will all his hopes and dreams come crashing down?
Are you ready?
Yes, the Smashing Machine, rated R. Get tickets now.
The ones who carry us, the selfless sacrifice through a pair's eyes, the post-breakup pep talker, the queen who unites different friend groups, the bold leader and the night was young, Kate Spade.
Made you pancakes.
Make dadding crust easy.
Discover Diablo's patented dust removal technology designed to revolutionize your drilling experience, extracting up to 97% of dust particles generated, enhancing job site cleanliness. Diablo's advanced dust extraction system, elevating drilling precision and safety.
You both feel that his girlfriend, his current girlfriend, is a bad influence. Jerome, will you please escort her into the courtroom?
May I say something?
Yes, you may.
Okay, Ryan was never a bad kid. Ryan and Rosalind used to be very close. He used to be up under Rosalind. She spoiled him to death. I don't know where his misbehaving came from. Then one day he comes to my house and his girlfriend's with him. Who is this? Where did she come from?
And that would be Ms. Luciano.
Margaret.
Ms. Luciano.
Yes.
Thank you for coming today. You felt that this bad behavior was a result maybe of bad
They started making
influence.
sense. Yes, because she comes, she had black nail polish on, peers in.
And that black nail polish would sure enough make you act
Yes,
out.
that's not how you act. She has on all black dress, gothic. Where? What? You work in a cemetery? Like, together. He has tattoos. She has tattoos. They have piercings. She has piercings. What's going on?
What is going on, Ms. Luciano? What is going on? I want you to tell
I
me.
disagree with everything that's going on right now.
Tell me
First of all, we both have a job. We work at the same place.
Oh, you do?
Where? Tell me where. Show me a pay stub.
I have many of my
Where's your W-2?
I didn't even need to be up here. She just turned it to
in the borough that we live in, and we pay rent together, we both clean, we cook. He's not, he doesn't, I have a, yes, I do in Chase. We can go to Chase and I'll show you my account.
And what do you make a week?
I make about $150 a week.
$150 a week.
I have a question.
Okay, now, y'all make $150 a week. From what I gather, you live with your mother,
Yes,
you pay your mother,
yes,
he pays your mother.
yes.
Oh,
So why he can't pay her?
did you just say to this court that you're working and you are paying her mother
I am
a
doing it now.
steady amount of
I have a
money?
steady job now, so I can afford
A
to pay a
steady,
steady
no. Because you stated to this court, when you worked for almost 3 months with just 12 weeks, that you only paid, in your estimation, $300. So that means you didn't pay her for the amount of weeks you owed her for when you were working, period.
But the situation I'm in now is totally different compared to that. Like, she's not telling y'all that at a point she put me on the street, physically on the street. Get out of my house, I don't care where you live, I don't care where you sleep, I don't care what you eat.
You should have been taught out. You should have
But
been
now
taught out.
she's worried about what's going on. Now I can't be worried about somebody that you put in a negative situation.
No. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna explain it to you right now because obviously you can't accept it from your mother. You're a grown man living like a kid. You should have been out a long time ago. You couldn't have live in my house and you didn't keep a steady job. Now, what is very interesting to this court, and I see to your family as well, when you leave the nest, suddenly you begin to live up to your potential. You get a job. You begin to get money paid regularly. You have a checking account. Well, what your mother is saying is, why couldn't you do that for me? To help me. That's it. And you're doing what you should be doing, and Mom, for that, you have to at least say, this is a good thing. I know you may feel slighted, but you would feel even worse if your son was over at this woman's mother's house, laying up on the TV talking about, I hope she don't come in and ask me to turn a channel. Let's be honest.
Yes, you're right.
Okay?
Absolutely right. I give him all his props for doing what he needs to do. But right now, my thing is to,
Yes.
you need to make a foundation to bring children into this world. Because the more that you live with somebody else, the harder you're going to struggle.
And that's fine, and I understand that.
You're going to
In the time that you haven't spoke to me, and in the time that I felt like, you know what, I got put in a situation where I'm on the street, literally, physically sleeping on the street and worrying about where I was gonna eat, where I was gonna shower. That's when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this because I need to do this. And you know what, when I decided I got this job, and this job hired me, and I've been working here for almost a year now, I said to myself, you know, I'm proud of myself because I'm doing something that I never did before. And it's really messed up. My mom is not here to be a part of this. And it's really messed up. I feel the way I feel towards my mom for everything that's been going on. But I still love you.
and I disrespected you. I apologize. You know what? I'm not even gonna offer that explanation. I would be the woman to say I apologize.
That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever
Mr.
wanted.
Miss Poyer, what I understand from you, Miss Poyer, is that you were doing the best you could by him. And Mr. Poyer, she wants you to be a man, and I think right now she's seeing today that you are becoming that man. You gotta give her credit and say, this is what my mom was telling me I could do. Give her that credit. So with that said, Ms. Poyer, I have to ask you at this point that you see that he is starting to turn his life around, I will offer you the option of dropping your suit against your son, or if you'd like to continue with it, I will rule on it.
I still want to pay.
I will offer you the option of dropping your suit against your son, or if you'd like to continue with it, I will rule on it.
I still want to pay, but you know what? To push you out the nest, for you to find new wings. At the end of the day, I did my job.
Yes, yes, you did, Miss Square. You did.
And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I miss laughing with you. I miss crying with you when you need to cry. I miss holding you. You know how I used to play with your ear? I miss all of that. And remember, I want you to do something. May I hug you, please?
You absolutely can.
Do you remember it? This is what I most remember. Give me some notes.
Oh, yes. Yes. So, Miss Poyer, with that said, what is your decision?
I'll let this one ride.
I thought so. I'll do the honors for you. Mr. Moses, you summoned Ms. Lidle to court to prove that you fathered her one-year-old daughter, Lamaya. And you say Ms. Lidle denies that you're the father because you won fight for custody. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lidle, you claim you want this paternity dispute to be over just like your relationship. And hope once the DNA results are revealed, you won't ever have to see Mr. Moses again.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Moses, the stakes are high today.
Yes, they are high, Your Honor.
Explain.
Because me, myself, I'm a great father. I would love to continue being a great father, but Miss Lidle here, she makes that a bit difficult at times.
No.
She gets in her feelings, she gets mad at me. I'm not the father, or
Because
it's
he's
a
a difficult
possibility.
person, Your
I'm
Honor.
not
He's
the father.
very difficult. He doesn't know how to
When we on
communicate,
good
Your Honor.
terms, when we on good
And
terms, Your
I
Honor,
can't,
oh, come
he's
get
a
the door.
child. He doesn't
Okay, one at a time, I want to understand this. Sometimes she says you are the father.
Yeah, when we on good terms, it's to come get your daughter.
Legally, you are the father. That's why I say
Legally,
that.
yes, I signed birth certificate.
Legally,
Yes,
you are.
yes, this is my daughter. I signed birth certificate.
Let me see that birth certificate. So wait a minute, Mr. Moses, you signed the birth certificate, you believe this is your baby.
Yes.
You, Lamia, it's Lamaya.
Your Honor,
I named my child. She named after me.
You're on the birth certificate.
Yes.
Your Honor, I told him when I
I've
was
done
8 months
since day
pregnant
one.
that there was a possibility that he was not the
She say
father.
this all the time, Your Honor. And
I tell him after, no, it's not out of spite, it's because.
I want to hear from her. Ms. Lytle, what did you tell him exactly?
I told him when I was 8 months pregnant, Your Honor, that there was a possibility that he could not be the father. He told me that he know he's the dad and he's gonna be there. He know he's the dad.
Before the baby was born?
Before the baby was born, so when
How did you know you were the dad before the baby was born?
That's what I know.
She lived with me at the time, Your Honor. She was dating her ex-boyfriend. They've been sexting for however long.
No.
Never got pregnant. As soon as she comes dealing with me, she's pregnant a month, 2 months later. How is not baby?
How do you know it's your baby if she's been dealing with this guy the whole time, even when she was with you?
No, I
she wasn't.
only dealt with him one time when I was with him, around the time that I got pregnant, Your Honor.
So you're saying around the window of conception, you slept with another man?
My ex,
But
yes.
you were also with Mr. Moses?
We weren't official, but yeah.
Okay, but you were having sex?
Yes, but
Yeah.
she lived with me, but we did our own thing. She kind of thing.
Explain to me, what is this relationship now? She
This
lives
is
with you, but she does her own thing? What is
No.
this?
I rolled with you, because I was in the bed with a
Kicked
female.
you out.
You didn't kick me out. I left. I put you in the bed with a female and I left. You didn't kick me out. How?
Yeah, I did that.
How you kick me out? When I was helping you pay your rent. How?
Hold on. Were you all in a committed relationship?
I was committed.
She just told you she slept with another man.
Before we were official.
She lived with me.
I wasn't living with you when I slept
Yeah,
with
she's
So you all moved in together
you. Yeah.
with no commitment?
When we moved in together, there was supposed to be a commitment. I slept with my ex before we made a commitment. We were like friends with benefits at first.
So how can you expect anybody to be committed?
You let me live with you. You said you
That's the
were
beneficial facts.
When you found out, Miss Lytle, when you found out you were pregnant, who did you tell?
I told him. He was with me when I found out.
She was your neighbor. Who you called?
I called you.
Me. Who signed the who stayed there all 3 days in the hospital?
You did.
Me.
But
When the baby came home with the first day she came home.
and she came home with you, but still.
Well,
I
I'm not
told
there.
you. You know.
You know what I mean? My daughter look, right there.
emotional when you talk about it, because you love this baby.
I do. That's my daughter. That's mine. Lamaya's, until these results say otherwise, that's my daughter.
And you say you were led to believe she's yours. That's what you were told. Oh, she's just beautiful.
That's my baby. Yeah, that's my baby.
This is so cute.
I would love for her to be my daughter.
Why do you think she's saying?
I feel she has a guilty conscience within her that she has to clear up more than with me. I know this my child. You know what I mean? I believe it's my child. I feel like here, that's her. She has a different feeling inside her.
And when this emotion that you feel in this moment?
Betrayed.
Betrayed from who though?
You.
You're very disrespectful to me.
You're very disrespectful.
You made my life a living hell.
You made my life a living hell. What?
Okay, so
Who bothered who more?
let's pray right now to the universe and that she's not the baby.
Who bothered who married? Who bothered who more?
You bothered me,
Hey.
Malik.
Don't call me no Malik. You know.
Malik, whatever. She's not the baby.
She does numerous things to me. You know what I mean? If I'm dealing with a female, she don't like that female, I can't get my daughter because I'm gonna be at that female house.
That's a lie.
It's obvious you all have hit messy mode.
Right.
It's just messy now.
Yeah.
But in terms of the paternity, you are saying definitively, Miss Lidle, you're not the father.
True. Like when she was first born, she looked like Malik. She doesn't look like him no more. She looks like my ex.
I'll never find a therapist who understands me.
So nice to meet you. I'm Susan, and this is Bella Fresher.
It's cute. Therapy that rocks unexpectedly gets you from the get-go mental health care. Rula. Natural, delicate, refined, intimissimi.
I started looking at what I was feeding her and finally understood. She wasn't picky, she just knew better. Fresh Pet is food made just like mine. Real meat, fresh veggies, and nothing fake. It's just fresh food I feel good about feeding. Fresh Pet. Fresh ingredients you know. Nutrition they need.
Every day, we can buy the things we need in seconds. But public sector agencies and nonprofits struggle with outdated processes. But there's a better way. With Omnia Partners Opus. Opus lets you research and buy from over 300 suppliers you already know and trust. And keeps it all to one login and shopping cart. Plus, our contracts meet the compliance requirements of thousands of public agencies nationwide. It's time to make purchasing simple. Create your free account and start using Opus today.
She looked like all my ex
See
kids.
me with my
She looked like all my ex kids.
That gotta be your
So, okay, I need to understand this. If she looks like your ex, you really believe she's your ex, and at 8 months old, you told Mr. Moses he may not be the father. Why is Mr. Moses in the hospital? Why is he there for the birth? Why does he sign the birth certificate? Why does the baby go home with him? Why does he have visitation and you're giving him visitation? Why?
Legally, he is a father. I told him that before I had the baby.
No, legally he does have a legal right to see the child because he signed the birth certificate. So you're here to tell me that because he has that legal right, you're letting him see the child?
They have a bond.
Somehow I don't believe this is based on the law.
They have a bond, Your Honor. But he did step up and he was there. So
I just feel it's unfair for me. Because like I said, I did step up. You know what I mean? For her to tell me as a man I'm not the father of my daughter, and I stepped up to be the father to my daughter.
I told you that before I had the baby though, so you have to
Let him finish the
But
sentence.
she tells me this off and on. If you're gonna change that, you stick to it. You gotta stick to it. You know what I mean? Don't be on the fence. You know what I mean? Oh, we on good terms. Come get your daughter. Come. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm like you now. No, can't get her. Stick on one side. Let me know.
so you couldn't come get
First of all, it ain't even between us. I don't care if you don't like me. I like you. Oh, we got a little brother grow up. We got a little brother.
No, we don't.
But that's the attitude.
I don't
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a good boyfriend or whatever, but I'm a great father. I mean, I'm not a good boyfriend. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm a great father. For me to be just like belittled in any way for my daughter is disrespectful.
What's disrespectful is the things that you do, Mr. Moses.
What I
Like,
do to you?
I asked him not, this girl has threatened me over Facebook, so
so I told him.
She's
Not
not
throw my
telling me.
daughter over
Hold
here.
up, she started telling me.
All right, listen. Now we're again off the subject of paternity. See, you all are intent on airing out all your messiness in here. I'm concerned about Lamaya. I'm trying to figure out who's her biological father. She's 1 year now. And as far as we know now, she thinks Mr. Moses is her dad. Is that correct?
Let's call me dad, everything. She knows I'm her dad.
That's the only dad she's ever known?
Yes, Your Honor.
So the stakes are high here because the truth is, she will know if this man is now missing from her life. And now this baby is calling you dada, and her mother is saying no, that's not.
Not her.
I can only imagine what that feels like. Because it's still so new.
Right.
It's just a year.
Seemed like yesterday. My first.
And yeah, you're first.
My first.
I get it. But I also understand your position. That if there's a question, better for us to know now.
Then later.
But I have to ask you, Miss Lidle, do you truly believe Mr. Moses is not her biological father? Or is your relationship just at such a negative point, volatile point, that you just don't want him to be?
I just don't want him to be the father, Your Honor. I just don't. I can't deal with this man for the rest of my life, for 18 years. I can't deal with him for another day. I don't even want to be with right now.
Stop.
I'm talking. Like, I don't want him to be a father. I just can't do it anymore.
Do you really know who your child's father is?
I slept with both of them around the time I got pregnant.
Okay, so that means you don't. And look, this is why we're here. Just lay it on the line. So you don't know. And in 8 months, you told him that.
Yeah.
But then when he still decided to be there, did the other guy not really want to be there? Why did you let him? You kept saying, well, he stepped up.
The other guy, he stepped back because he stepped up. You know, he didn't know if it was his for sure, and he stepped up, so he took it back.
Oh, sometimes I get a light bulb. No, don't talk. Because I just need to process it because I finally got it. You don't know who the child's father is. The ex doesn't know for certain. You informed Mr. Moses that you didn't know for certain. But because of the confusion, the ex kind of dropped back, but Mr. Moses still came on up and stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
So you allowed him to be there even though there was confusion and you didn't know.
That's right.
I get it now. Your ex, Mr. Green, is here. I'd like to hear from him. Ron, will you please escort Mr. Green in?
Yes, ma'am. We're upstairs.
You look real cool coming down the courtroom, but you know you can't wear no sunglasses in my courtroom now. Thank you, sir. So let me make sure I have an understanding of this. She came and told you, I'm pregnant. Well, you all been dealing with each other. She says you're her ex. But once she told you that, she also admitted openly, point blank, that Mr. Moses also was a potential father. And then she added, but he's stepping up to the plate.
He stepped up to the plate, and I mean, you know, we had intercourse one time, and it's a possibility that she might be mine.
Miss Lidle, have you let Mr. Green into Lamaya's life at all?
I mean, Mr. Green is my friend. We hang out, and when I got the baby, he's around. You know, she's around him. She doesn't know him as daddy.
She doesn't.
No, but he's definitely been around her. He, you know, I don't really,
So
I never really let them bond
I
because
have my daughter around girls I can see. Well,
I never really let them bond because he stepped up to the plate, but he's been around.
So, Mr. Green, when you're around Lamaya and you're with Miss Lidle, is something going on in the back of your mind every time you see her? Like, is this my child? Does she look like me?
Absolutely.
It does.
That's natural.
Ms. Lidle, you're saying you hope Mr. Green is Lamaya's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
We have a friendship. We have a, it's just a better environment for my daughter to be raised in because it's not poisonous like our relationship. You know, I don't want my daughter to have to see me arguing and fighting with her dad all her life.
So when you say, I don't want him to be the father, it really is based upon the nature of your relationship and the way in which you both interact.
Yes,
You just feel like it's toxic.
yes,
When we good, we good. When we bad, we bad. She making it seem like it be all bad.
it is all that.
No, she make it bad.
Well, it can't be all bad because you wouldn't have potentially been in this courtroom making this beautiful child. So there's no way it could have always been bad. And if it was always bad, you wouldn't have wanted him around you in the delivery room, definitely not on the birth certificate. You don't want to be bothered with nobody you don't want to be bothered with when you have a baby.
That's why I'm here.
So what I'm saying is, it wasn't always bad. All right, so we know what you're hoping for, Mr. Moses. You're hoping Lamaya is your biological child.
Right.
I think it's time for the results. Ron?
John?
Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows.
The ones who carry us. The queen who unites different friend groups. The bold leader when the night is young. Kate Spade.
NFC West Rivals face off. Seahawks, Cardinals, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Only on Prime.
I had actually never built a website before, but Fiverr had exactly what I needed.
I don't think I'm doing this right.
Every owl has something to protect. Nervous owls, retiring owls, even weird owls.
I like a book. I wear a book.
Whatever your name is, Prudential's financial know-how can help protect your life's work. Who's your rock?
What's your favorite school snack?
I will see these research behind me.
What do you think about these things?
I think I want to keep them. Thank you.
Go back to school with Welch's fruit snacks. Real fruit, real delicious.
In the case of Moses Green v. Lidle, pertaining to whether Mr. Moses or Mr. Green is the father of 1-year-old Lamaya Moses, it has been determined by this court the biological father is Mr. Green. You are the father. I'm sorry, Mr. Moses.
Okay. I'm just glad to know. You know what I mean? It's a bittersweet feeling for mine. You know, I would have loved to be the biological father of your life, but now I don't gotta deal with that.
Right.
You know, so, you know.
The feeling is mutual.
We sit here day after day and we see very different approaches from possible fathers. Some fathers say, I want hands off until I know the truth. And some men like you step up to the plate, even when there is uncertainty on the table. I commend you for that. Miss Parker, your relationship is on the verge of ending.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're summoning your boyfriend, Mr. Brown, for paternity test to prove that he is your 6-month-old son, Malachi's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you say you stepped up when Malachi was born, but began to have paternity doubts because of Miss Parker's scandalous behavior.
Yes, Your Honor.
In addition to the paternity test, you countersued for a lie detector test to prove the extent of her cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Brown, clearly, you're in court because you have no trust for Miss Parker. Explain.
Well, when we first started, Your Honor, our relationship was good. We loved each other very much. Then later on, she just started doing things. I remember one time, later on in the relationship, I called her, I couldn't get in contact with her. I called her parents, I don't know she, I called her dad, he was at work, I don't know where she at.
Wait, you had a relationship and it was going well and she disappeared?
Yeah, just one day I decided to call and I was like,
Did you disappear, Miss Parker?
work and do stuff, so I'm supposed to be
You don't go to work.
women.
Hold on now. I want to understand, Miss Parker. Mr. Brown said you all were in a relationship and it was going well.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
were happy.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
then all of a sudden he says one day he calls you and nobody can find you.
Right.
Did they have?
I was with my friend. He would not let me have no friends.
I actually have no friends.
She won't let
Oh
me
my
have
God.
no friends. I cannot even step out my friend and go have a dinner with. It's
Don't have a
a
dinner.
girl.
So are you saying you got to a point in the relationship where you felt smothered?
But I felt like I couldn't go nowhere. But I feel like I just stuck in the house 24/7. You just want to lay up on me, and I cannot go anywhere.
Are you serious?
Yes, Your Honor.
No.
You thought she was out with another man during this time?
I don't know what she was doing. She never told me anything. I call, no answer. I text, no answer. Call people, call parents. Then no one knows she at. I'm not sure where she was.
So you didn't know where you just didn't know where she was. You wanted to know where.
Just as a cross, just in case something happened.
Did you trust her at that time?
Yeah. I mean, I trust her, but it's just.
Your Honor, I feel like
So if you're in a relationship with somebody and was it a committed relationship?
Yes.
So Miss Parker, why do you get missing without saying, hey babe, I'm over here?
Because I feel like he's insecure. Because like I feel like he don't.
Insecure about
He
what?
should not let me go anywhere, Your Honor. I always have to be stuck in the house 24/7.
I didn't say you had to be stuck in the house. You should take the baby some time.
So wait, so bottom line is, you're in a relationship, it's going well.
Mhm.
Then you have a period of time where you feel like you're smothered, you gotta get out, and you get missing, and he doesn't know where you are.
Mhm.
But at some point, it comes back together because you get pregnant.
Right. Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, Your Honor, I got pregnant around his 25th birthday, and I told him I was pregnant. He said he didn't believe because it was a dollar pregnancy test. So I went to Braiding Memorial Hospital, and I confirmed I was pregnant. So I called him on the phone. He had a few minutes to talk. So after we talked about it, we talked about getting married, Your Honor. We talked about having other kids in the future. At the end of the day, I feel like he's insecure. He won't trust me.
Trust you.
Wait, hold on.
Sure.
So wait. You find out you're pregnant, you take the test, he said, that's from the dollar store, I want something that I can feel like I can
He
handle.
was excited when
So
I
you go
called.
to the hospital, you have a test, it's confirmed you're pregnant.
Correct.
And Mr. Brown, when she told you she was in fact pregnant, after she went to the doctor, were you happy about it?
I was happy.
You were. At that moment in time, did you think that is my child?
Yes.
Even though you had the period of time where she got missing and you didn't trust her, you felt in that moment, I feel secure, this is my child. So now, when did it change? I mean, when did you start having doubts?
She kept, after the baby was born, she kept doing it. She kept leaving.
So you were with her while the baby was born?
I was in the delivery room.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
I didn't sign a birth certificate.
Did you have a doubt?
Yes, a 50% doubt.
That's a big one.
Yes.
So you couldn't bring yourself to sign the birth certificate because you knew you had a doubt.
Yes.
What was that doubt based on?
The dates, they're not adding up.
You said the dates are not adding up? What about the dates didn't add up?
Well, like she said, she got pregnant during June. The baby was born in January.
Hold on, let me get my calendar. Let me understand this. All right, so when was Malachi born?
He was born January 5th.
January 5th, all right. So baby born. And take me back, you said, what about this time of this birth didn't add up to you?
I did research, and I found out that full-term pregnancy is between 39 and 40 weeks. And if you get pregnant in June, the baby should be born probably in February.
So you guys met when?
We met
June 1st.
Yes, I found out I was pregnant June 4th on his birthday.
So you met on June the 1st.
Correct.
And you found out you were pregnant on June the 4th?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, but you wasn't doing it.
So 1, 2, 3,
That-
4, 5, 6,
Oh.
7.
It's not his father.
My baby was premature. Because I had heart problems and I have high blood pressure. Your Honor, and I have evidence right here if you want to see, because my baby, he was small,
Will you hand that to me, please?
and you can see as in his weight.
So this evidence is copies of your hospital discharge paper.
Correct, Your Honor.
It says that Malachi was born at 1,730 grams, which is 3.8 pounds.
Correct.
So premature indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So your testimony is that he was born early,
Yes,
very
sir.
early.
Yes, he was born
Okay,
very
but
early.
that still doesn't matter about the dates because it's born early.
What you mean? Yes, it does. I had high blood pressure and I had heart problems.
Okay, but
Okay,
still.
you understand what it means to be premature, right?
The dates doesn't matter. You're still a
Why
father.
the dates don't matter?
To me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He is talking about now his doubt. He's saying you met on the 1st and you was pregnant on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Were you intimate with any other men around that time?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor, but that was at the beginning of May.
Okay, let me go back to my calendar. So, in the beginning of May, you had another guy. Guy number 2.
Yeah, the guy that
You
came to
been
the house
to.
while we was together. Mm-hmm.
You're admitting that in the month right before you met Mr. Brown, you were also intimate with
Yes,
another.
I was honest with Mr. Brown from the beginning.
Mhm.
I told Mr. Brown that it could possibly be the other man's baby. But unfortunately,
But it's
Mr.
not
Brown,
though, man.
Mr. Brown, I know it's Mr. Brown because he's been there since day one.
You know it's Mr. Brown's baby because you were having sex since the day you met. But isn't it also true, Miss Parker, that if you were intimate with another man around that time, that it could potentially be his baby as well?
Mm-hmm. See, before I got my back,
No, Your Honor. I feel like it is Mr. Brown's baby because look at the resemblance.
What you feel
Right.
and what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Two completely different things. You had sex with another man
Right.
the month, right? The previous month, right?
That previous.
And that relationship lasted until you met Mr. Brown.
It really wasn't nasty. It was on and off. We just like probably like I'd probably say like a 3 day. That's it. 2 more than 3 days.
And then when you're saying when you met Mr. Brown, you were exclusively with him.
I was exclusively with him. I wasn't with nobody. I ain't cheating on Mr. Brown. I was with Mr. Brown for 1 whole year. And
yeah,
never
what about the days that you was
him.
going out when I told you no, don't go somewhere?
Okay, but that doesn't mean I was having
Well, how do I know that?
What you mean? How do you know that? You don't know that.
Number one is asking, I don't know that.
Whatever.
That's okay. I don't know
And so,
that.
Mr. Brown, that's why you're asking for a lie detector test as well, because
Yeah.
at this point you feel like you can't believe anything that comes out of her mouth.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can tell. Miss Parker, I'm ready to hear from your witness now. Sir, please stand. Step up to the podium. State your name, please.
My name is Larry Parker III. I'm her brother.
All right, thank you for joining us today, Mr. Parker. What do you know about this situation?
I know the situation is obvious that he has trust issues, he has insecurity problems. Obviously, a blind man can see that that's his child. I mean, look at the baby, look at him. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, we should be, I don't even know why we're here today.
Yeah, why are you here?
Why are you here? I mean, obviously, you know that's your baby.
My airline is great. It's like an arrow.
Miss Parker, Mr. Brown.
I mean, obviously, you know that's your baby. It's time to step up, be a man. Damn, I mean, do what you have to do for your child. It's time to do something right.
I am doing what I do with my child.
What do you do?
I'm there all the time.
Buy something. Be a man. Be a man. It's time to step up. It's time to step up, Mr. Brown. It's time to step up. Yes, ma'am.
Besides what you believe is a resemblance between the baby and Mr. Brown, what else do you know about this situation that would add to the testimony previously given by your sister?
She has been with this man since day one. I have never seen her with anybody else. I have never seen her. I have never seen her.
One at a time, gentlemen, one
I
at a
have
time.
never seen her with anybody else. I have never seen her act like this. She is in love with this man. She has been thriving and been everywhere with this man. And for him to just put out there, you must be doing something. And it's time for him to just step up and be a man and just say, okay, that's my baby. I'm gonna be a father and I'm gonna do everything for her. It's time to work.
I just want the baby on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parker. You may be seated. Thank you for your testimony. So, Ms. Parker, ultimately you're saying that this is pretty much destroying your relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
Because he's insecure. He always claiming that I'm cheating. I'm always out with
Well, why you always
guy.
complain?
I'm talking. He always claiming that I'm with another guy when I'm not. When I'm with my friends.
But when you run off and then just leave the baby at home with your parents and be gone for a day and just don't tell when you're going.
So, Mr. Brown, you feel like this entire time you all been in a relationship, she's been entertaining other men as well.
Yes.
Your spidey sense is always on, as if it makes her hurt. And Ms. Parker, you admit,
Right, I feel it. But at the end of the day, I think with my friend.
how am I going to do it?
With another guy, insecure. I don't know what he's doing when he's at home. He not taking.
But ultimately, this is pulling the relationship apart.
Yes, it is.
And it's affecting Malachi's life as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Because Mr. Brown doesn't know for certain whether or not he's the child's father.
Yes, I just want to be a family with him. I just want to, you know, I love him to death. But it's just this insecurity.
If you just tell me where you're going, then I wouldn't have no.
I always tell him, Your Honor, when I come back.
Oh, you come back.
Him.
Not when you're going. It's a difference in coming back and going.
No, it's not.
So, Mr. Brown,
Coming back.
Mr. Brown, I gotta ask you an obvious question. If you haven't been able to trust this woman, you don't know if Malachi is your child, do you really want to be in this relationship or not?
I love her to death. I mean, I love her more than any other girl I've ever been with. And I love that baby, like, from my heart.
What are you feeling?
I mean, whether he's not or is the father, I feel like I still want to sign the birth certificate because he been there since day one. And, you know, he's the only man I love. And, like, I don't want to be with nobody else but him. Like, Malachi, he's the only face he seems like he ain't seen no other guy. And I don't know, like, I don't want to interfere with their relationship and their bond.
Are you both ready to have the results now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Jerome, the envelope, please. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Parker versus Brown, pertaining to 6-month-old Malachi Parker, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, you are not Malachi's father. I'm sorry for you both. I know you wanted a different result. I'm gonna give you both a moment to compose yourself, and then I'm going to meet you in my chambers, and I will give you the results of the lie detector test, okay? Court is adjourned. Mr. Brown, Ms. Parker, I have the results of the lie detector test here. Are you ready for it? Okay. Ms. Parker, you were asked if during your relationship with Mr. Brown, have you had any type of sexual contact with another man? You said no. The lie detector determined that was the truth. So in fact, her testimony that she had never cheated on you during the relationship was in fact true. Ms. Parker, I have to ask you, do you know who baby Malachi's father is? Ms. Lester, you opened this case against Mr. Lewis because you say he denies fathering your 21-month-old son, Braiding.
Yes, Your Honor.
Only because you won't have sex with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you want Mr. Lewis to step up after today's results prove that he is the father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis, you claim Ms. Lester was openly sleeping with several men and there is no way you are her son's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Lester, you say Mr. Lewis is denying your baby.
Yes.
Explain.
Me and Stanley planned my son.
We did not plan the birth.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not.
We've also never used a condom. We talked about having a baby numerous times, so this is all new to me on why he's not claiming my son.
So you're denying the baby?
It's just Latoya Lester, she just always lying. She's known the street to be a hoe. And
All right, let's be respectful.
excuse my language. It's just
Your Honor, excuse my French, he's the hoe. Oh, God. Because whether or not you know the history of whether or not I was sleeping with multiple men.
Okay, but listen, the bottom line is let's use respectful language when we refer to one another. So now, Mr. Lewis, you are convinced you are not Braiding's biological father.
yes, Your Honor.
Tell the court why.
First, Latoya is a hoe.
Oh my God. Yo, they did it again.
That's just what it is.
No.
You're a mess.
It's not what it's gonna be in this courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you look crazy because you go on sleeping with her anyway.
Okay.
You look stupid. You're only making
The baby's probably yours.
Moving on. How did you even end up in a sexual relationship?
Back when I was young, we've known each other since for probably about 6, 8 years. And
Oh my God, they be so cute.
For a long time.
yes, we have. And I seen her at a grocery store one day. She was with another man then. So I didn't say nothing. When I seen her on Facebook, I inboxed her. She inboxed me back saying all guys want to do is have sex. I lied and said no. So that
He was in a relationship at the time.
that same exact night, we went over our house, we had sex. The very first night. No comment.
He's lying. He wrote me on Facebook in March of 2016. We didn't have sex until August because we planned to have my son. He asked me if I wanted to have his baby, and I replied back, yes, I do. He told me he loved me, and I told him I loved him as well. This is why we were having sex.
Your Honor.
While you were having sex?
Your Honor.
Yes.
How do you
But let him tell it.
How do
You can say anything during sex.
Okay, hold on.
How do you
Hold on. Did you tell her you wanted to have a baby with her while y'all were having sex, Mr. Lewis?
never said that we was gonna have a baby? Not the first night that we reconnected.
You look like him to
Have
me.
sex.
Yeah.
Never say it.
At the heat of the moment, guys say anything having sex, Your Honor. Anything.
Note to self. But if you were already having sex, why do you need to say that if it isn't true? It's not like you saying it to have sex. You already having sex, so why you gotta lie? It was also telling this is what I need to know right now.
Just so I can know how to get her from.
It was
She just know how to get her from.
Now it's your fault, Miss Lester. Okay. Jerome, we're gonna have this conversation later. I need to know the answer to that question why y'all have to lie.
It was also times to where we talked about this.
Oh, so you say he's lying now because you all really talked about it.
It was more than one time.
That you talked about having a family.
Yes.
And that you all were in love.
Being in the moment. All right.
Stop lying. Please
I
stop.
heard enough of that.
So you find out you're pregnant.
Yes.
Do you tell Mr. Lewis?
Yes, I told him.
And what do you say, Mr. Lewis, when she says I'm pregnant? Take me to that day.
I called her. She tells me she's pregnant. I asked her who's the father. She tells me I am. So I'm like, okay. Several months afterwards, she tells me I'm not the father.
No correction. Actually, he thought I was playing when I said I was pregnant.
I never thought.
Yes, you did, because you kept saying you ain't pregnant, you ain't pregnant.
I
Yes,
never
you did.
thought you- I
Correction.
thought
Yes, you
was
did.
No, I
And
never-
then, the day I had my son, I did not call him because he knew the day that I was having my son because I had to get a cesarean operation.
She's lying.
I didn't contact you.
You didn't contact me.
Okay, so what am I lying about?
You didn't tell me when you was having the baby.
Yes,
No,
I did.
no, you
Yes, I
didn't know
did.
that. She tells me she's pregnant. Then she tells me it's my son. But tells another man it's his son. He
No,
actually at the hospital.
I told him he was.
Hold on, let him finish. He was at the hospital.
At the hospital, he cut the umbilical cord and he signed the birth certificate. So I'm my father.
Be sure he did.
Let me look at my court files because we got a copy of you that birth certificate.
Yes, he did.
This birth certificate, oh yeah, here it is, from the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Certified record of birth for Braiding, Jador, and your father's name is another man's name.
Yes, Mom.
So you let another man sign the birth certificate when you told Mr. Lewis it was his child?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because I'm not gonna chase someone around. You knew you had this baby. Why do I have to chase you around? Why do I have to tell you this? If I told you once, I even enlightened him on the days that I was scheduled to go see the doctor during my pregnancy. He didn't want to forsake that, so no, I'm not gonna follow you. If another man wants to step up, he knew the situation. As long as I get my part as a woman, that's all that matters.
So were you having sex with this other guy?
I had sex with him 2 weeks. I had sex to the other man 2 weeks prior to him getting me finding out I was pregnant.
So why isn't the other man here too?
Because we did a test and it came back that he was not his father. And he knew that because it was posted on social media. So upon the results being posted on social media, he called me.
Who posts paternity results on social media?
You know what? Excuse my language.
Please say it. What logic is that?
They just know, they know just toy. They know
What?
the freak. That's all it is.
So, Mr. I'm just gonna let it go because I know you. I don't even understand his logic. Read the post. The things on social. Okay.
Literally, I've been shot multiple times to where the doctors have pumped so much medicine in my body, and they told me that I couldn't have kids at all.
And since that time, you haven't fathered any other children.
No.
And that's why you feel Braiding is not your biological child.
First of all, he doesn't even look like me. Just because he's light-skinned, he has none of my features at all.
Yes, he do look
He
like
doesn't look like me, Toy, at all. He doesn't look like me.
So, Mr. Lewis, if you aren't the father, who do you think is? They already tested the other guy that was at the hospital.
I mean, well, she's been with her fiance for 10 years. He could be the father.
I'd like to hear from your fiance. Please stand, sir. Step over to the podium. State your name for the record.
My name is Kevin Brown.
Hi, Mr. Brown. Thank you for being here today. So, Mr. Lewis just testified that you and Ms. Lester have had a 10-year relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've been sexually active with her for those 10 years?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Stop lying, man. But front.
Listen, when I got in the picture, Braiding was already, I'd say, 3 to 4 months.
So you don't believe you can't be, but Lewis, that still doesn't matter, because if you've been 10 years on and off.
Not sexually, though, Your Honor.
Oh.
You believe it. It's a shit.
You believe it.
He knows that, like I said, I'm really her for support, really. He knows that I'm not the father. She knows I'm not the father. Everybody knows, really. I'm just, but at the end of the day, I'm Mrs. My fiance, so yes, I'm gonna step up and be the father, period. Whether he is the father or he's not, I'm always gonna be. I'm not going nowhere.
So you got that look in your eye, Mr. Lewis, like you believe he's a potential father.
Yes. Just because they've been on and off as long as I've known the Toya. And like
He's delusional. Like, he's jealous of the fact that I'm with him. Normally, I would have him in this loop where I'm having sex with him and him, and they both know it. When I'm mad at him, I go to him. When I'm mad at him, I go to him. It's not a secret. It's not like I'm playing either one, because they both know. However, at the beginning of this year, that's when we decided to be serious with this relationship.
How can she be serious when she just hit me 2 weeks ago?
What?
Try to get here, come have sex with her.
Did you say,
When you out of town, you was out of town. How did I know you was out of town? Did you tell me?
let's get back to Braiding, because we do want to understand how we got here. So, Mr. Lewis, I read in your court papers that your mother has truly fallen in love with the state.
Right.
Now, as you stand here and protest, that there's no way you could possibly be this child's father, your mother, on the other hand, has fallen in love with the beautiful baby and wants Braiding to be her grandchild.
Right.
Miss Martin, I want to ask you, what has your relationship been like with Braiding?
He's been a real deal with me. I developed this bond with him. He's developed a bond with my family. He's been around all of my family. And they all just love to death.
And you come to get him every weekend?
Every other week I come get him. He has clothes and everything in my house.
And you have fallen in love, completely in love with him. So today's results really mean everything.
Yes.
Why are you crying, Miss Lester? What are you feeling in this moment?
His mother has been nothing but a lifesaver since she's came in my son's life. His mother has been nothing but supportive. Not only of my son's needs, but mine as well. He prevents that.
And so, what do you want from Mr. Lewis?
I just want him to be a father to his son. I mean, he claimed that he didn't have a father when he was growing up. I don't want that for my son. Off of the decisions and the mistakes that I've made in the past. All we can do for my mistakes is learn from them and make sure that we don't make them again.
Yes. Amen to that. Mr. Lewis, how about you? What are you hoping for?
Hope he come back mine. You know, if he come back mine, I'm gonna be in his life and do what I need to do as a father. And it's just.
The stakes are high. Because you want to change your life and you want this closure for this beautiful young man.
Correct. I'm just.
And for you, it would be a miracle baby because the doctors told you you're not going to have any children.
Correct.
I think it's time to get the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Lester versus Lewis, when it comes to 21-month-old Braiding, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Lewis, you are not the father.
Appreciate everything you've done for us.
Mr. Lewis, I see how much pain you're feeling now. What are you feeling, sir?
It's hard to even hear the results and to see him sitting like that, just not knowing who's his real father at all. And it hurts. It hurts. Really hurts. Like.
So do you know, Miss Lester, who Braiding's biological father is?
Yes, he's deceased, Your Honor, so that's another reason I was trying to add to his family.
Okay, we have the truth now, but there's still a chance. Because this child has an opportunity to know his biological father's family, and that's important, as well as continuing the bond with Miss Martin if she is so willing. Because this baby, without his daddy, he's gonna need an entire village of love and support in every one matters, all right? was your dad until 2 years ago when you received a message from a man claiming to be your biological father. You are tired of the confusion and are petitioning the court for a paternity test to prove the defendant is your dad. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, you say the plaintiff's mother played games and unfortunately have substantial reason to doubt paternity. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Moffett, you received a message from another man?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell that story.
2 years ago, he inboxed me on Facebook and said that I'm his child, and when I'm looking like, wow, it's confusing, like, I don't know. And then he had sent me a picture of me when I was like, maybe like 2 or 3, and he was saying that I'm his child, and I have 2 other siblings.
I can see you're still shocked.
Yeah.
And so you submitted that message to the court. The message reads, "Hi, this is Lauren Saunders. Call me because you's my daughter and I've been looking for you." You respond, "What? Who are you?"
Right.
"You aren't my dad." And he responds, "I am your dad and I can prove it. Call, please." Really? Did you call?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said that it hurt for you to say that come out your mouth, but I'm just like, he told me, and I want to find out, are you my father? But after that, then he just,
I know this hurts to think about and talk about.
it's just, I just want to know who my father is, that's all. I really do.
And you were always told Mr. Johnson was your father.
Yes.
And this phone call out the blue, this message.
Yeah, just like, where'd it come from? Like, all of a sudden, out of 2 or 3 years.
Mr. Johnson, tell me why you have doubts.
Me and 2 other guys was, at the time, was dealing with Miss Moffett, and I just had doubts that I was her biological father at the time when she was loving me. I didn't know. I really didn't. I didn't know if I was the father or not. Here we are.
Miss Moffett, what was the nature of your relationship with Mr. Johnson?
Well, Mr. Johnson and I met when I was young. We fell in love, and we just was seeing each other, going places. He showed me things that I never saw before, and that made me fall for him, even though I knew he was married at the time.
Oh,
yeah. He was married, so there was a lot of sneaking around, hiding. We used to, our favorite spot to meet up was like at Burger King. And while he'll go home and get
Burger King.
come back and we just go out and kick it.
How long did this relationship go on?
The relationship went on strong for like about 2 years, and then I left and went to Mississippi.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
did your family ever find out about this affair with Miss Moffett?
Yes, they did.
What happened?
Oh, well, I was sitting at a restaurant with Miss Moffett, and a young dude went back to my house and told that I was sitting in a car at a restaurant with her. After then, we had words from then on.
So at that point, you were exposed.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you keep saying Miss Moffett?
Yes.
So that lesson wasn't learned. Ms. Moffett,
Yes, Your Honor.
tell the court what happened when you found out you were pregnant.
I wasn't sure who was the father because I had went out to Maywood to see Mr. Johnson. And at that time, Mr. Johnson was at work, so I stayed around till he get off work so we could see each other. But in the meantime, I had went to one of my friend houses named Mr. Saunders, which I was dating before Mr. Johnson. Basically, I ended up having sex with him that day and Mr. Johnson at the same time. So that's why I'm not sure.
So wait a minute, you had sex with Mr. Saunders and Mr. Johnson on the same day?
Yep.
Not at the same time?
Yes, Your Honor, right, the same day.
And so when you found out you were pregnant, who did you tell?
Well, I told them both, exactly, because I wasn't sure who was the father. Once the baby was born, and as soon as Mr. Saunders seen her eyes, he like, oh, that's my baby. And I'm like saying to myself, I don't think so. But, I led him to believe that it was.
But you believe Mr. Johnson was her biological father?
Yes, because Mr. Johnson and I had a connection, and pretty much Rissa was a love child. And I feel that Mr. Johnson was more of the father than Mr. Saunders was. And then as Rissa got older, she starts to get more features of Mr. Johnson. And then everybody, like in my family, like, oh, this is Mr. Johnson's child.
I didn't know she was pregnant.
You didn't?
No, One seeing each other that tough at that time, and all of a sudden, she came to me with a picture and showed me the picture of Rissa. And that's how I found out I might be the biological father.
So you gave him a picture?
Yes, Your Honor.
You brought it to him? You sent it to him? How did you get this picture?
I brought it to him, I showed him.
You brought it to him, and what did you say when you brought the picture?
I told him, I said, here's Rissa, and here's your child, you know, that you could be a possible father. And also I did let him know about Mr. Saunders at the same time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So, you brought him this picture and said you could be the father.
Yes.
And there's also another potential father, Mr. Saunders. Is that what you said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you remember her being honest about that? And so, then, did you have doubt at that point?
Good time.
Okay, so once you started feeling like your family and everybody was saying it was Mr. Johnson's child, you loved Mr. Johnson, you said, you know what, I believe this is Mr. Johnson's child. You allowed them to form this father-daughter bond where you would let her visit him,
Yes,
spend
Your Honor.
time with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Moffett, Mr. Johnson was the only man you knew to be your father, right? You had no idea and had never been told about Mr. Saunders.
No.
So during Marissa's childhood, were you told you were the only possible father?
No. Mr. Sanders?
Okay, Mr. Saunders. All right, you were told Mr. Saunders was her biological father?
Yeah.
So wait a minute now, this is confusing. Ms. Moffett, Mr. Saunders insisted, you testified to that he was Marissa's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's what Mr. Johnson understood, that Mr. Saunders was her biological father?
Mr. Johnson didn't know that I was leading Mr. Saunders on, letting him know, Mr. Saunders, that he was a dad as well. He didn't know that I told Mr. Saunders that he was a dad also.
Okay, so why are you telling two men they're the biological father?
Because Mr. Saunders knew I had sex with him, you know, we had sex, and Mr. Johnson, and then at the same time that Rissa was conceived,
Okay.
then he kind of figured that Rissa was his, and he's going by the color of her eyes because Rissa had the same eye color that his mom does.
But Marissa testified that it was just 2 years ago that she was told there was another possibility. So you knew this all this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you didn't tell your daughter?
No, Your Honor.
What I don't understand is you're telling two men they could be the father, but you're not telling your daughter that two men could possibly be the father.
I told her, that it could be a possibility, but
When did she tell you this, Ms. Moffett?
2 years ago. But I just want to get this over with.
I know it's hard.
I don't.
And the truth is, you weren't informed. Ms. Moffett,
yes, Your Honor.
why did you decide to just come clean now?
Because Rissa needs to know who her biological father is and need closure, so she won't be torn between two fathers, so she can have clarity and just go on, and it could build a bond, because she has other siblings out there that she needs to meet, and because they never did believe that Rissa was his anyways, but
Your family never believed that Marissa was your biological child?
Right. They don't believe me. I stayed out until Rissa got real sick. Went to the hospital and spent time with her. I said to myself, man, this child is laying up here fighting for her life. And she don't know who her father was. And she said she wanted her father there at the hospital. And I spent 3 nights there with her. I said, I'm gonna be there for her from now on out. Bottom line.
And so how did you find out that Marissa was sick and in the hospital?
Her stepdad, and he told me, he said, Ron, you need to get to Indiana as soon as possible. We don't know if Rick's gonna be much around here much more longer. So
I shot on over.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I shot on over there. And I seen all these tubes and stuff, and I just couldn't believe it.
And so at that moment, you decided to go to the hospital because you believe you were her father.
Right, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Did Mr. Saunders also come to the hospital, Miss Moffett?
He did. And then when,
Did you let him know? Did you tell him?
well, I didn't have any information for Mr. Saunders to let him know what's going on, but when Rissa came out of her coma, she gave information and get contact with him because she wanted him to come and see her, but he made every excuse, his reason why he couldn't come. But if he claimed to be to her daughter, it wouldn't matter with no cost, whatever, he'd be out there trying to see her. If he thought that was her last days on this earth, he used to try to come out there and see how she was doing her.
And this is the man that had been so persistent.
Right.
And he was her biological father.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
that he had even been persistent enough to send her these messages.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then when she's in a coma, he doesn't come.
No, Your Honor. Only one came is Mr. Johnson.
Sure did.
Larissa, I'm so happy you're okay.
Thank
I
you.
really am.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful you're all right. Can you tell the court what you feel?
I'm just hurt.
And you feel hurt because of this
Whole situation, the whole situation.
And it really is a lot to process because you're receiving new information in this very moment. I know that. Do you feel disappointed in your mom?
No,
What are you feeling?
just hurt. It's stressful to wait this long. And I'm 28. I should have figured this out when I was little.
Ms. Moffett, as you look at your daughter, how much of a toll this has taken on her emotionally? Your secret.
Yes, Your Honor, I know it hurts, and I didn't mean for it to hurt her. I just didn't feel that, it pretty much wasn't even worth it because they never was there.
You feel like neither man truly showed the effort.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
you just decided to let the secret lie.
Yes, Your Honor.
But did Mr. Saunders also know that Mr. Johnson was a possibility in terms of being Miss Moffett's biological father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you think both men just didn't show up because they were in doubt and they had no idea if they really were her biological father?
But, Your Honor, I don't think that would have mattered because if they saying that they the father, they will be there.
You're saying because Mr. Saunders was professing that he was her
You
biological
should be the
father.
first one there.
Exactly. I need to ask respectfully, are they the only two possibilities?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
There are no other men out there that could say, I'm her biological father as well.
No, Your Honor. The only two.
I believe I've heard enough testimony. I'm ready for the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Moffett versus Johnson, when it comes to 28-year-old Narissa Moffett, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Johnson, you are her father. You don't have to let you go. I'm so happy for you both.
What she needed, now it's time to do a lot more for her.
Amen to that. That's the beauty of the truth. It gives us second chances. It gives us another opportunity to do better. I love this fiction. am a daddy's girl. I know that pose well. It is nothing better in the world. Nothing. I'm gonna keep my eyelashes on. I think mine came on. Because you all ain't gonna get me today. But I'm so happy.
Thank you.
You feel good?
I feel a lot better. Thank you.
Ms. Hendricks, you were once in a committed relationship with the defendant, Mr. Pacheco. Now you say that doubts about your 6-month-old son Isaiah's paternity has destroyed your relationship and torn the rest of your family apart.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Pacheco, you say your doubts about paternity began when you overheard a conversation with Ms. Hendricks' family member and another man who claimed to be the baby's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
And furthermore, you recently moved out of the home you once shared and will not return unless DNA results prove little Isaiah is indeed your son.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hendricks, please share with the court how this all unraveled for you and Mr. Pacheco.
Well, he's listening to rumors that an ex-boyfriend is possibly the father of our son. The rumors are coming from my brother, which is with him. We met about 2 years ago. We met online. About 3 months after talking online, we met in person. We moved in together within like 4 months of meeting each other. It was like love at first sight. Like I think we both fell in love over the telephone before we even met.
So you all were in a real relationship?
Yes.
You had love for one another? Was it a committed relationship?
Yeah, we was together every day. Like we was never apart. We was inseparable every day.
And so at some point you realized you're pregnant?
Yes, and we was both happy. It was like very exciting, like the whole pregnancy, up until I was about 7 months pregnant, when my brother and him had a conversation, and my brother told him that he possibly may not be the father because he's seen the ex around.
Before the ex situation, I heard her over talking on the phone with a family member. The family member kept telling her, your ex wants me to tell you, to tell the baby that, I love him, that I want to be there for him. Before I go to jail, please keep in contact with me, and all that type of things. In ways, I feel heartbroken. And then I was like, yeah, that's what started giving me more doubts. I think getting more doubts about the situation, Mr. Hendricks here, that's inside of me. He started to, one day we
No,
went out.
that's not true.
And he started telling me things about that he seen the ex-boyfriend, at the house, or at the time that me and her was talking. And that for me, it broke my heart, because I do love her. I do want to be with her, and I do want to, hopefully that the test do come back saying that is my son. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got to see him be born, that's the first time, that's my first son. I don't got no kids, 26 years old. And this is really breaking us apart. You know what I'm saying? There's rumor here, rumor there.
No, Your Honor, there was a rumor when I was 7 months pregnant. That's when it came from my own brother that he thought that he was possibly not the father. And then we got past that. Like, he left me when I was 7 months pregnant. The rest of my pregnancy, I was by myself on, which was very depressing.
Okay, then why?
When I let him get in the delivery room, he wanted to be in the delivery room. He came to the hospital with me. I didn't see him since I was 7 months when I went into labor. He was in a room with me. He seen the baby be born, and he cut the umbilical cord and everything.
A family member heard says, oh, that's the mailman's baby.
No.
That for me.
While you were at the hospital?
No, that's when we had a little family gathering at Mrs.
That's because my son has blue eyes and light hair.
That her family member came and said.
And light skin.
Said, oh, that's the mailman's baby. My reaction, when they said that, I was mad. I walked out. I didn't know what to do. And then an ex at there, whatever time it was, for him to say, oh, that's my son, I love him, I can't wait to see him. When I get out of jail, I want to just keep in contact with you. That's what really want me the most. Why you want to be with somebody that's in jail all the time? What future do
And he's talking
he
about
got?
an ex that I haven't seen since I got with him. This summer, me and him got together is when I cut it off with the ex. I haven't seen him since then. I was talking to a close family member on the phone, on speakerphone, because I was doing the dishes, I was busy. So the person was like, well, I seen such and such, and he thinks that he's Isaiah's dad. And I'm like, what? Like, I was shocked. And then he overhears it, and he hears me responding back, and I'm like, I don't know why he would even think that. Like, what, you know, I didn't even, this just came out of nowhere.
So you think your ex just made this up?
Yeah, because I guess he said that when he went to jail, I was the last girl he said that he was dating. And then when he got out of jail, he's like, oh, how is Angela doing? And then to my mother, and my mother's like, oh, she had a baby, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, then he went around telling everyone that he said the baby is his. I don't understand where that would come from in any way, because I haven't even seen this.
Your Honor, but for me to say about her mother was the one that gave the dude the number, her ex, the number to get in contact back and forth, all about the baby situation. For me, it really bothered me and it hurted me, you know what I'm saying? Because at one point, I feel like her mother was like a mother to me. And how she gonna come and, you know, stand in the back,
She did not mean no harm.
You don't understand how I really feel though.
Okay, I do understand how you feel, but many times I didn't know, like.
This is my first baby, you don't even know how I feel.
Yeah, I do know.
You don't.
Because it breaks my heart, because when I was pregnant and when our son was born, he didn't sign a birth certificate. He was there for when I, you know, did labor.
Also too, Your Honor, can I speak? Also too, when she was 7 months pregnant, me and her got to a little like disagreement at the hospital, right? She gonna go ahead and say like, we got to a verbal discussion. So I got kicked out of the hospital that day. When I got kicked out of the hospital.
You got kicked out of the hospital because you were being rude to me. I wasn't doing anything to you.
Like when she was 7 months pregnant, she came out and say, oh, you might not be the dad of baby Isaiah. And for her to say
So that actually came out of your mouth, Ms. Hendricks?
Yes.
You said that. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You know, we hear women say in this courtroom all the time, you get angry, you tell a man that this isn't their child. You can't unring that bell. You rang it. Now what's in his mind?
Yeah, I understand.
Along with all the other things everybody else is saying.
And another thing too, y'all.
Well, the thing about it just came about a couple months ago.
The baby, you know, got relieved from the hospital, whatever. When I got kicked out, I tried to sign the birth certificate. And you see, his name is Isaiah Hendricks, not Isaiah Pacheco.
I cannot make him Pacheco, he wasn't there.
But every time I called you and I told you for us to make an appointment, you didn't want to do it. You were telling us for everything.
It's like a process.
Yeah,
it's not something I can just call and like, oh, I'm gonna change his name.
Oh, Mr. Pacheco, let me understand this. Let me understand this. You say your intention the day you were in the hospital was to sign that birth certificate. What happened that prevented you? You got thrown out?
I got kicked out.
Because you all had a disagreement.
Like a little disagreement. She kicked me out. Like, you know, I got forced out of the hospital.
Yeah, I didn't kick you out. The nurse kicked you out.
Mr. Pacheco, you brought a witness today. We'd like to hear from him. Please stand. State your name for the court, sir. Mr. Hendricks, okay? You are Ms. Hendricks'
his brother.
And yet you're Mr. Pacheco's witness.
And also Mrs. Fromm's fiance.
Wow. So this truly is a family divided.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like tearing us all apart.
Do you believe Mr. Pacheco has reason to have doubt that he's the father of Ms. Hendricks' baby?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Really? Why is that?
Well, when we was all living together at the beginning of their relationship, I was living with my sister. And I had noticed coming back and forth from work that there was this other man kind of hanging out. But one morning when I was leaving for work, I had noticed that this man's belongings was on the living floor. I don't know exactly what went on, but that had caused some suspicion.
But that was different times, like totally different times. He came after that, the ex. He came after.
You had that was together.
No, it was not. It was totally different time.
So wrong.
And even if it wasn't, you're my brother. Like even if I didn't
So
anything, but
when you say he was there in the morning, you mean you believe he spent the night?
Yeah.
Miss Hendricks, you gotta understand, your own brother is telling Mr. Pacheco that there was another man intermingled during the time you were with him and that he has reason to doubt.
and that breaks my heart because this is my brother.
You know, it breaks my heart finding out that's my baby or not.
Explain, Mr. Pacheco, explain it
What I
because I
owe you,
don't want you to feel your
Huh?
pain.
What I owe you?
You make a deposit?
A 40.
You make a deposit? Okay, one sister.
My brother, I got one 7 months. I've been there. You know, I did everything for that kid. Bought him clothes, bought him diapers. Yeah, at times now that I'm not there like I used to be. But why is that? What the rumors? You know what I'm saying? She don't see that.
It breaks my heart because I feel that he doesn't even treat him or look at him, like he looks at him so different now. And he deserves a lot better than that. Like I was raised, I didn't have my biological father around. And I do not, and he didn't either. And I do not want my son to ever go through that.
Your Honor, look, at the point, what my son's going through right now, I go through that with my dad. Because my dad is, you know, denying me and my older sister. I was never ready for a mom.
I think that I have tip and cash. I gotta get it out.
Okay, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You know, I appreciate you so much.
Me and her.
And I appreciate you for always being available for short notice. I do.
Thank you.
It's hard sometimes because you don't know if
Your
you're gonna-
schedule.
Yeah, my schedule is crazy.
I'm saying, look at my eyes, I got brown eyes, I got dark hair.
Yeah, sometimes I look like I'm not gonna break to this. Somebody will just tell me, are you available to go to the come over?
Yes, and I really appreciate that. I know you got kids, I know how that can be.
Yeah.
His own family think that that's not his son due to his light hair color and his eyes being blue.
Just for that, yes, that's
I live in Athens and Georgia played Alabama. This weekend it's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna tailgate and stuff. So I'm excited.
Yeah. If you're not in my shoes, that shit something regardless.
But you wasn't in her shoes when you left her, right? You wasn't in her shoes when you left her.
Why wasn't in her shoes?
If I'm supposed to be a woman you love,
The only
you love
person,
me,
the only
but you
person,
don't trust me,
the only
you believe
person,
anything
the
I
only person
say.
on her family that likes this, you know, I stuck with me through everything.
Yeah, because I'm on her side the whole time. I'm gonna be on her side no matter what.
Okay, ma'am,
Yes.
since you're talking, step up to the podium.
I love her.
Marcelina Ferrone,
And you are,
her best friend and Mr. Hendricks' fiance.
okay. What
They
do you
still
know
get
about this
married.
situation?
He was there 100%. Me and Mr. Hendricks, we have a 7-month-old daughter together. I see my nephew every day growing up without his dad in his life. He's missing Dad. He's missing crawling. He's missing the first walk. He's missing so much out of his life. I'm there for her through thick and thin. When he wasn't there buying her diapers, who was? I was. This causes conflict between mine and Mr. Hendricks' relationship. I can't bring it up at home. My brother's relationship. I can't bring it up at home because I'm scared that my daughter's gonna miss out on her father because of the drama. This is like a room dose. I don't think we'll ever have the relationship that we had before. We used to all double date together. He was there all the time. Yeah, the ex was there sometimes, but he was there all the time. We double dated. The ex wasn't there. He wasn't there all the time. He was there sometimes, but they broke it off. I'm her best friend. She tells me everything.
So wait,
Everything.
I'm glad you stood up to testify, Miss Carone. Because you say that the ex was there sometime,
But
he was there all
in
the
the
time.
beginning, when me and him was just talking, we didn't meet. I was dating the ex.
Hold on 1 second, Ms. Hendricks. I want to get something straight from Ms. Farrell's testimony. Now, you said while she was with Mr. Pacheco.
No. He was not around me. She was with Mr. Pacheco, the ex was not there.
Okay.
Broke it off.
Okay, that's not what you just said though.
In the beginning
But-
stages, it was.
On the record, you said he was there all of the time and the ex was there some of the time.
When they first started, yeah. Like, for like a week. He would try to still, the ex was still trying to.
So, Mr. Hendricks, is this the time you're talking about?
More or less, yeah.
Mr. Hendricks, do you feel like baby Isaiah looks like Mr. Pacheco?
Extremely hard to tell on a baby, Your Honor. I mean, I've seen a lot of times.
Hey, baby.
Mr. Pacheco,
He
you
look like he
say
got a little
Isaiah
Latino
is not your
in him.
biological
Baby
child.
look a
You
Latino.
can't be there. You said you can't be in a relationship with him.
I think that if it's.
That's an accident, no way I can forgive her.
I cannot imagine a man not wanting to be in a child's life. I can't. He has a bond with his child.
Look how white Isaiah is.
And my baby's white. I have a 7-month-old daughter. They are 3 weeks apart, me and Mr. Hendricks. My baby is white as can be, and look at me.
Look at that.
let them live in their day.
It's the blue eyes that's funny, but it's not like I got brown eyes and he got brown eyes and our baby got blue eyes. I got color eyes. Ooh, I'm ready for
And he's white though, that's already grown. I'm not gonna sit up and argue about how white a baby is. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Hendricks v. Pacheco, pertaining to 6-month-old Isaiah, Mr. Pacheco, you are his father.
I knew it. You look like me.
I'm sorry for everything I put you through.
I'm happy for all of that.
Thank you.
And I say that only to point out its secrets, lies, and a lack of trust. It can permeate the fabric of any relationship. Now you have the truth. The question is, will you use that truth as a building block to create a better foundation in your relationship? This was very difficult, but you made it through, you got the truth, and now it's time to figure out what you want to do for baby Isaiah's sake. And if you don't want to be together, that's fine. Just raise him and raise him well. Okay?
Okay.
I wish you all the best of luck. Mr. Brock, you claim you've been supporting Ms. Almanza's 2 children for the last 5 years and are
Flags will be
they
for
are
your trouble.
You have petitioned the court requesting a paternity test to
These boys
determine
will just
if you
open
are
the
the
Bible
father
door.
of the children in
They getting so
question.
bad, especially where I live. I mean, they fly in my car. I mean, they won't come out.
I think it's because of the
Take the
heat.
test to determine if she
We've had heat before. I've never seen flies this bad. Like, I don't understand where it's coming from. Flies and gnats.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Like, gnats be in the house, and we don't even have our door open at all. No kids, no nothing, no in and out.
Yeah.
Just gnats all over the place. And we're like, where's this coming from? Flies.
the defendant has been lying.
When I go outside and sit on the back porch
You've been doing
and take any kind of food, I get attacked with flies. It's like they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, husband, wife, this was somebody who I was messing with.
Might be. It's been raining a lot.
Basically getting in a relationship. That's how it goes sometimes.
We want the truth, proceed.
Well, basically, she laid up with somebody that was a mutual friend of ours, right? During that time, she ended up pregnant. And I
That was because we weren't in an exclusive relationship.
Oh, so friends are ball game when it's not exclusive? Okay, continue.
And then, technical difficulties, I ended up getting incarcerated. Well, during that time,
Technical difficulties?
technical difficulties.
That's a new crime.
Right.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
But before I was incarcerated, she told me that she was a certain amount of months pregnant or whatever weeks or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I agreed with it, whatever. But then when I got incarcerated, she had a doctor appointment, and
Beautiful.
the timing was off. From the time she said she was pregnant.
Okay.
So
He asked me, he didn't say anything to deny my daughter, he just asked why the timing was off. Because it's gone 5 weeks, it's not gone 5 months, how he was counting.
So you say his calculation is the one that was off.
Right at that time, yes.
Okay, so Ms. Amanda, how does it make you feel that he's questioning the paternity of all these children?
Well, it disgusts me because we're living together, we've been in a relationship, so, if I'm having these babies, I'm not having them by myself or with anybody else, and despite of all of that, he's still the one that's messing around.
So let me get this straight. You're currently living together.
Yes.
You are obviously pregnant, and you just said he's still messing around?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is, I'm pretty sure he is.
How do you know that, Ms. Amanda? How do you know that?
He's had a child with my relative, no, it's not.
Oh!
But you keep having babies, man. Don't have no more problems.
So, wow, this is messy.
No, when my daughter was born, I needed to get assistance for her medical. So I went to, apply for that, and when I did, they asked me for the father. To my knowledge, at that time, he's the father. So, I named him, and they went after him for child support. So when they did that, he questioned paternity, and from what he tells me, they sent me a paper asking me to come in for the DNA test. I never got anything, so I never went.
But,
So this fueled your doubt.
yeah, but I still took her word for it, because she gave me a line like, I'm the father, so I wouldn't want to do that to you. I wouldn't want to put that kind of energy. But the way I know, it's always mama's baby, papa's baby. I already know that's how I can be.
You got a lot of little sayings. I gotta keep up with you. You got a lot of little phrases now. Hit me with that one again. It's always mama's baby, papa's baby.
Papa's baby.
Papa's baby.
Maybe.
Papa's baby.
Oh, that one.
You can see they look like him. I mean, look at my daughter's little forehead. I don't have that.
So I'm also,
So tell me what else makes you doubtful about all these children. I mean, 11 years.
11 years, and he doubts me, but he's the one that I've caught with text messages, and I'm pretty sure females pick him up from my house because he walks around the corner when they get
Is that
there.
true?
not blatantly in her face, I'm still.
You said not blatantly in her face, but you admit to doing it.
Right.
Why is that?
But
I mean,
to me, he's
I have 9 other children, so it's like, I don't, yeah, so,
What does that have to do with the 9 other children?
love to be a lady, I guess.
he doesn't tell me that these are females picking him up. He doesn't tell me when it comes to the text messages.
So why is it that you keep going back to him? So why is it that you keep going back to him?
I don't want my children to have a part-time father.
So let me ask you both this. What is your relationship like right now, Mr. Brock?
We're like roommates.
We're like roller coasters. Okay. Ms. Almanza, what is your relationship?
When it comes to him and me, I try to talk to him. At the same time, when it comes down to family time and things with my children, it's always me doing things. It's not him. He's never involved. He was involved in my baby shower. He was there. So if he doesn't feel that he's the father, why was he there?
So that's a picture from your baby shower.
This is a picture from my baby shower. He was there.
So, Mr. Brock, you attended the baby shower?
I mean, she invited my brother, so it's like, it put me in a position to where, like, what would it look like if your brother show up? I already know the little shenanigans that were set up for me, but your brother show up, but you don't show up. So, of course I went.
Oh, so you were duped into this. It was a manipulation.
What band was the baby shower?
The father of the child goes to the baby shower at the end.
I wasn't aware.
You know what I'm not getting, Mr. Brock? You got a lot of phrases, but not a lot of logic. I need a logical reason. Why do you doubt after 11 years being in a relationship with this woman?
From the foundation relationship, I started this is your child. If that wasn't there, we wouldn't be here today. I can guarantee you that. You know what I mean? But when that was presented to me, I don't dump on none of my children.
So you feel like Miss Almanza jumped up and said, well, this baby is yours. And now because you gave her the benefit of the doubt, you then said, I gotta step on up to the plate.
But if he tells me so, my wife's still having kids with me.
And you can't.
Why? To me, why is the question asked by the deaf, dumb, and blind? We were in a relationship. It's like I was still doing me, living my life, and she was living her life.
He's not with me, but we live together. He sleeps in the same bed with me.
Sometimes.
And you both have also requested lie detector
But I'm
tests.
okay, I can talk.
But before that, I believe it's important to establish what these DNA
What
results
you trying to have
are.
it ready by?
Jerome, you can hand me the first envelope. Now, there are 3 children in question here. 2 children you have currently and 1 unborn child.
So tomorrow?
As it
Cause I'm
relates
going
to
to the, tailgate at the
paternity
game
for
Saturday.
5-year-old Victoria Brock,
Okay. Yeah, I wanna get out to 2:30.
these results as
Okay.
prepared by DNA Diagnostics
Okay, alright.
are as follows.
Bye.
As it relates to paternity for 5-year-old Victoria Brock, Mr. Brock, you are her father. Good to hear? Need to hear. All right, let's give him some more news he needs to hear, Jerome. Then I'll give him some news I think he needs to hear. As it relates to paternity for 2-year-old Giselle Brock, Mr. Brock, you are the father.
That's what I feel. That's what I understand. That's what I say. It's love, not a feeling. It's understanding.
Mm-hmm. I have a distinct feeling that you may be in here wasting this court's time. You don't look like you have a doubt in your mind.
It might be my fault.
And you never stated one on the record. I know that for sure, because I was trying to get you to. So let's bring this third envelope, Jerome.
You wouldn't feel, what they call it, infidelity would be a reason to doubt?
Now, Ms. Almanza, why are you crying? What do you feel?
It's just frustrating that we have to go through all this. You can't go by my word. Like, you can say no fidelity, I wasn't unfaithful to him. He blames me and doesn't believe me because of what he does.
Her actions wrong.
He's trying to put it off on you when it may be him.
Right.
What it sounds like to me is that there is absolutely no trust in this relationship. I mean, you all just don't trust each other one bit. And that's why I'm going to seriously consider lie detector tests, but I want to get to the paternity of the unborn child because I want to make sure, Mr. Brock, you have the results you came here to get. Okay? So, in regard to paternity for Ms. Almanza's unborn child, Mr. Brock, you are the father. Mr. Brock, now that it's been established that you are these children's father, I want to hear less quotes and phrases and sayings, and I want to see more action from you. So that these children understand that their father loves them and that their father supports them and is there for them.
I'm like, but God was having an intent. That's a guarantee.
Awesome.
Guarantee.
I will disregard that statement and strike it from the record. Anyway, as for the lie detector test, neither of you trust the other one at all. So for that reason, the court is going to order both of you to submit to lie detector tests. Mr. Brock, I'm going to order that you submit to yours today. But Ms. Almanza, because you are pregnant, you have 2 heartbeats going now at once. I will not administer this test today, of course. After you have the baby, within 1 month, I am ordering that you take this lie detector test. Mr. Brock, I want you to take this test right now. lie detector test. Yeah, that envelope for me.
I got the results right here.
Mr. Brock, you seem a little nervous. Is there anything you'd like to say to this court before I read these results?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm listening.
I love this woman. You know, I'm at the point where I know I need to make a lot of adjustments in my life. This, you know, this is her, you know. Man, Brenda, I feel like a fool, really, but I need you in my life. Please. Please.
Ms. Almanza, not seeing your face. But I have to ask you if you'd like to hear these results before you respond, and it's up to you.
I do. I want to know.
Okay. Ms. Almanza, you wanted to know if Mr. Brock has cheated on you since you have been in a committed relationship. He admitted to cheating on 3 different occasions, which he says you knew about.
I think I know of 2. Of course, I found out after, but 3. We can move on to the next
Okay.
one. We can go into detail.
Okay.
Later.
Now, the lie detector administrator then asked Mr. Brock, other than the 3 women you admitted to, have you had any type of sexual contact with anyone other than Ms. Almanza since you have been in a committed relationship? Mr. Brock, you said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Moving on. Lastly, you admitted to having sexual contact with Ms. Almanza's family member in August 2012. The lie detector administrator asked if you have had any sexual contact with this person since then. Mr. Brock, you said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie. You failed every question.
The lie detector test is a lie. That's what.
Oh, he's a full of it.
Our problem.
He'll get on my nerves.
Well, Mr. Brock, you better leave here thanking your lucky stars that it's something this woman still sees in you. That she did not turn you down flat on your face right here today after you failed every question she asked you in this lie detector test. Stop talking and listen. Mr. Brock, you have a beautiful young woman that loves you despite your faults. She has pretty much been waiting on you to grow up. And it's time to be a man. Now, I want to provide those resources to you. I hope you take advantage of them and learn how to be a family and great parent for your children, whether or not you choose to get married or not. I'm still holding you to your lie detector results, Ms. Almanza. But if I had to bet, I'd be betting on hers. Mr. Madison, you and your mother have demanded the defendant, Ms. Robinson, appear in court today because you claim you are not the father of her 3-year-old son, Jaden, and say she's been ducking a paternity test for years. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson, you and your mother say Mr. Madison has known this is his child from day 1, and he needs to grow up and stop running from his responsibilities. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Madison, why wait 3 years to come to this court?
Your Honor, I didn't wait 3 years. I waited, I tried last year to contact this same court, and she refused. She was ducking and dodging, you know.
I do see in the court records, original contact date is June of 2015. So, that was more than a year ago. You say Ms. Robinson's been ducking and dodging.
this, Your Honor.
We've been trying.
Ms. Robinson, have you been dubbed in this case?
No, Your Honor, I haven't been contacted by anyone. I have no reason to deny.
Because are you certain?
100%.
Jaden is 3 years old. I've seen him maybe 5 or 6 times during the 3 years. Alexis is always keeping Jaden away from us. There's nothing, we're not accomplishing anything. So today is the day to find out if Jaden is my grandson.
So, Ms. Robinson, are you keeping Jaden away from Ms. Brooks and Mr. Madison?
Right now, Your Honor, I am.
Why?
Because Alana's not responsible. I thought the threat that my son, when he got my son, he was going to take him back to Ohio. So, yes, Your Honor, I did
I
not,
was gonna take you to Ohio to see my family if you wasn't mine,
without my permission.
without your permission.
The thing is, Alexis, from the beginning, we found out
She
Alexis
confused,
was
she
pregnant
don't know,
with
she don't know what's
Jaden.
going on, she don't know who she
It was told to me
That's all.
to get a paternity test when we found out she was pregnant by close friends.
So, no one told you
Yes.
to get a paternity test?
Correct, because she's very promiscuous and that she is following in her mother's footsteps.
This didn't start with the paternity test until me and his mom got into it last year, and she spoke up and started speaking with the paternity test. And I guess this was
No, that's not
his
true.
mom.
That's not true. There's things start going on and it was a fight trying to get to see Jaden is when I start saying we need to get a paternity test because no real mother is going to keep a child from her father. I said, but
Your Honor, well, no real mother is going to let their child just go and he should get threatened with this young
Let's get some order. I want to understand. Mr. Madison, what are you saying?
I wanted my son to be a junior. My name is no part of his name, period. That's for one.
Oh, so do you feel because they never considered giving Jaden your name that was somehow an indication that he may not be yours?
Your Honor, I didn't feel
She's
like
a false
I had
liar.
to give him his last name because at the same time we was not married. I believe my son should have my last name because Taiwan at the beginning,
I'm sorry.
Taiwan was not showing me any responsibility that he would be able to take care of my child.
because I wanted him to give y'all his money to put in a bank.
We're talking about a newborn child, so I was taking full responsibility, taking care of their child. But if I'm going to him and I'm saying, give me $20 a week for your child, that's $100 a month. That's not no money for no child. It should be no pressure on it.
So hold on, before we get there, I want to go back because I want to understand this relationship. You two are very young.
Correct.
Were you high school sweethearts?
At one point in high school, yes.
Did you use protection?
No.
Were you all in a committed relationship?
Yeah, well, from what I know, yes. I mean, she's a compulsive liar. She does what she wants. She's very sneaky.
vindictive. At the end of the day, we are here because, like you said, Alexis is very promiscuous. There was times that you couldn't find Alexis and you found her with a lot of guys.
That was never the case, but even if that was the case, what does that have to do with the paternity of your child, your son?
Well, it does have something to do with the paternity if she was sleeping with any of these guys.
I was not.
That's what she's saying.
For
I was
example,
not.
One at a time. You're saying that's not true, Ms. Robinson.
I was either, my mama was very strict at the time. I was either at school or around Taiwan.
all right. What about when I went to work and you was with a boy and supposedly all y'all did was kiss?
What guy is that, Mr. Madison?
A couple days later, she told me because someone told her if she didn't tell me, they were going to tell me.
I did recall my mom didn't even allow me to have a cell phone at this time.
So all this is a lie, Ms. Robinson?
Correct, basically. This is the first time we ever heard it. Ever.
So you're saying, Ms. Robinson, that you never even heard about this questioning of the paternity?
Until last
She
year.
got into it and she texted,
But I've never heard anything from Taiwan until now.
The thing about it is, it boils down to it's like they're money hungry. And just like Ty said at the beginning, she was $25 a week from Taiwan for the baby. Y'all put y'all side up, when we do on our side, we got this. We got this one year.
That way, but if Jaden was living in my home, under my roof, whatever you're doing for Jaden, we're never saying, how does that happen to this child?
one at a time, let's get some order.
She fast. Watch her, she fast. And that very first time when I was told somebody she was pregnant, the first thing out of their mouth, get a paternity test. And that's why I'm here.
If you felt like
This is not the first time I'm hearing this.
you were showing up at the house when you was
I don't see any pictures of him. I don't see any pictures of Taiwan.
But Lee, you still,
I have pictures of me.
Wait, you still in the look, everybody.
Well, today is the day.
Whatever they had going on, the son you grew up to be a man to take care
And
of
she
the
didn't
child.
want to be a son. And she
All right, one at a time. Listen,
Hot.
I can't hear you.
I have hot flashes.
I don't understand
I hate
what any of
them.
you all are saying, and I really don't wanna have to dismiss your case. I wanna understand this, Ms. Robbins.
Yeah.
Have not allowed Mr. Matheson to take Jaden.
Recently, he was just getting Jaden around Jaden's birthday.
So you did see Jaden around his birthday, Mr. Matheson?
Correct, but that was
And
first
even
time along.
though you go and pick him up, you still have a doubt when you look at the baby?
Yes,
I mean, he's 3 now, not even a baby,
Yes,
he's
sir.
a little boy. You have doubt.
and there's a lot of different reasons why I've done.
Tell me. Let us see.
The first reason is I didn't get a chance to sign the birth certificate. I kept calling. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. Never got to do it. Next thing you know, she disappeared after Christmas. You know, I got evidence, you know.
What evidence is that?
The birth certificate that I didn't do the signing.
Let me see that. Ron, will you hand that to me, please?
Here you go, Your Honor.
Thank you. You submitted the birth certificate to court, and it does not have your name.
Right.
You're saying that you were asking to sign this. When are we gonna execute it? And they kept telling you, we're gonna do it, but then it never got done.
Right.
And to this date, 3 years later, you still aren't listed on the birth certificate.
Correct.
And you feel like that's them giving you the runaround because they know you're not the biological father.
Right.
What was the second point you were about to make? I wanna understand.
It's like, even when we were together, she been with different people. It was, you know, just God, which ended up being, you know, her boyfriend now. For example,
Why would he call another man's dad?
For example, you know,
Why would she allow him to do that? Does Jaden call another man dad, Ms. Robbins?
Your Honor. You can ask him. No, Your Honor, ask with him. He does not call him Greg. And as far as the birth certificate goes, she had never obtained his birth certificate. So they were supposed to go together through the signing and providing. Taiwan was supposed to pay for the birth certificate. That's something he showed them to do. So nobody pressed the issue as far as you want to sign. Ain't nobody gonna pay no money for you to put your name on something if you're not there to support the child. So that's what it was. When we had a problem with it, you wouldn't know.
It's always about money.
Since the day Jada been born, my mom had been helping me take care of this child. At that time, I did not have a job. I'm only 19. I graduated and got a job so I could take care of my responsibility. At the end of the day, I have not seen any progress from Mr. Matthews.
You're not gonna see it.
At all.
Let's get some more. Because it's becoming obvious. Listen,
you don't show attention to who's supposed to be his father.
Mr. Matherson, it's becoming a power struggle and the paternity issue is still on the table. I'm trying to move this forward and understand where you all are. Now, Mr. Matherson has stated he believes there's another gentleman that could be Jaden's father. I want to hear from him. Ron, can you please escort him into the courtroom?
Mr. Judge.
Hello, sir. Have a seat. State your name for the record.
Gregory Collins.
Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, Mr. Matheson has indicated that he believes that you are Jaden's biological father. Do you believe you are?
I'm 100% sure I'm not his father because I was even talking to Alyssa on that level at the time.
Are you all in a relationship or are you friends?
And we've been friends for 5 years. Since they've been knowing each other, it just...
So you've been friends for 5 years?
Correct.
Okay. So now,
We're in a relationship right now.
now you're in a relationship. How long have you all been in this relationship?
About 3 months.
3 months. Okay, so 90 days. And the child's 3 years old.
You mean to tell me it take 3 months to raise a child? You've been in her life.
3 years.
3 years, right?
3 years.
How would you know?
I know
How
I
can
can
you do
stand up
anything
speaking
when
now.
how can
You
you
go
do
off what she
anything
told you,
that
right?
allow him to see him?
Exactly.
You say you are sure you are not Jaden's biological father, and yet you've been a father figure to him.
Yeah.
Have you witnessed Mr. Matheson try to step up to the plate and see
No.
Jaden?
Because he ain't been around that long, that's why.
I seen him trying to sexual comment. You up there trying to text her sexual comments, and that's not cool.
Could you prove that?
Yeah.
No, you couldn't.
He was sending me comments talking about what she used to do to him, or that she doing it to me, and stuff like that.
Goodness gracious. It's sad because this child is 3. You just talk at one another. You don't have conversation. None of it. Just constant accusation. And the worst part of it is, you arguing that they haven't done anything, and they arguing that you don't let them do anything. For a person in my position, this is just so ridiculous on so many levels. It's ridiculous. No. Y'all not gonna out-talk me or over-talk me. I'm talking get the results, and I have them. Ron, I'm ready for the envelope.
Yes, ma'am.
The results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Matheson versus Robinson, when it comes to 3-year-old Jaden Robinson, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Collins, you are not the father. Well, you should wake up. Don't play in this program. No. What you're not gonna do in this very serious moment, where I'm getting the answers for this child, now you don't come in here like you surrogate father of the year. Now when I turn my head, you gonna clown. That's what we're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do. No, I don't wanna hear it. I'm done with testimony. Sit around here and clown this turning point in this child's life. In the case of Matheson v. Robinson, when it comes to 3-year-old Jaden Robinson, it has been determined by this court. In the case of Matheson v. Robinson, when it comes to 3-year-old Jaden Robinson, Mr. Matheson, you are the father. That's your report.
You got a fall out.
Now can we see here?
Yeah, I'm in.
Now can we see
May I
here?
have that paper, please?
Now, honey,
This was about to happen. That's what's going on.
I have custody.
Hold on.
Full.
Hold on. None of you let anyone finish a sentence. You so quick with a comeback, you keep going back. Backwards. Because you don't listen. Now you all can bring this child up in this nonsense if you want. And when his life is in turmoil, when his spirit is half full, when he's questioning who he is and why he is and where he belongs, then you all will have to take the blame for that. Because when you bring a child up in a toxic environment, that's what happens. Now, the first thing you need to work on, Mr. Matheson, you're not on his birth certificate. So you're going to have to take these results back to your home state and you're going to have to petition the court because you need to get your name on his birth certificate. But you have to take the initiative.
It's hard to get them to do it.
If you listen, let's not talk in the negative. Because it only manifests more negativity. Now you his dad. People look to their father to protect them, to provide for them.
Which I will do.
Part of that protection is protecting not only him physically, but mentally and emotionally. And you too, Ms. Robinson, because at the end of the day, you two are the parents. You all have to create a safe space for this child. Because y'all have gotten on my last nerve in 30 minutes. I can only imagine what you're going to do to him in 30 seconds. If you can't figure it out for yourselves, the court will figure it out. And there will be visitation parameters on record, and you can abide by them, or you can be held in contempt. You don't even know how blessed he is that he got the answer to that. And you all were blessed with resolution today, and there's absolutely no gratitude for it. You're just still angry.
I'm not angry. I just want to see him.
I'm not talking about that. Mr. Harrison, you are suing the defendant, Ms. Grant, for paternity fraud. You've also petitioned the court to remove your name from the acknowledgement of paternity documents for 4-year-old Aaliyah Harrison because you claim you signed it under false pretenses.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Grant, you claim you may have lied about your ongoing affair, but you did not lie about Mr. Harrison being your daughter's biological father.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Harrison, explain, why are you suing for fraud?
Well, Your Honor, I signed my acknowledgement for paternity for my daughter, and I've done everything for her since the day she's been born. I've had several people come to me through Facebook and through text messaging on my phone saying that, Aaliyah's not your daughter. I don't care what Miss Grant is saying she is not your daughter.
Are they explaining what they based this assertion on?
Well, apparently it's through several of her friends, that
They're not any
she's
kind of
had.
friends of mine, Your Honor, if they're going around talking behind my back.
Well, I have to say that the person that gave me these accusations had no reason other than the fact that they had an argument and she felt like she had to get a little bit of revenge on her, and started telling me things such as, but also said, this child does not look anything like you. You need to start doing a little bit of investigation.
Well, she's biracial, Your Honor. What is she supposed to look like? She looks like herself.
She doesn't look like she has anything.
You do admit you cheated, is that correct?
Yes, I had a relationship with a man that I met when I was very young. I met him when I was 18 years old. He was a good friend to me.
Mr. Harrison, when did you find out about this?
Your Honor, when he went snooping through
I have to say, she had this affair with this person for 15 years. I've only been with her for 8. So this goes way before we were ever even together in the first place. So after 8 years with her and a previous child before the one in question, we've already had a child together. So she's been cheating on me literally the entire 8-year span that we were together, including the time of our first child.
So just take me to the day when you found out.
Okay, I found out when I was bringing home like a dryer or something like that, and asked her to help me out bringing it in, and she wasn't helping me the way I needed to be help getting it through the door, and I started getting maybe a little bit upset, just trying to bring a big washer, and I needed help guiding through. She got upset, and she said, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to do it anymore.
I didn't want to have to keep lying to him, Your Honor. I got tired of, being dishonest and being disrespectful in my relationship. And I gave him every option to, decide what he wanted to do. And so I decided that instead of letting somebody else blackmail me like my so-called friend had done.
How about honesty? How about honesty 7 years ago? How about, honesty at the very beginning?
Well, and I want to understand what happened that day. So out of the blue, help me move the washer turns into, I just don't want to do it.
It turns into him getting frustrated, fussing and cursing. And I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore with you.
And so, Ms. Grant, who was this person?
This person was a friend of mine. I had met this person when I was 18 years old. I was a single parent of a 2-year-old daughter at the time. He helped me with her. He helped me financially. He has bought cars. He has paid rent. He has paid bills. Okay? When I met Mr. Harrison and I told my friend, I'm in love and we're gonna have a baby. And he wished me the best. He said, I'm gonna bow out gracefully. I know you'd like to get married. And, that wasn't his intention for me. And so, like a real friend, he just wanted to know how I was doing.
Was this strictly platonic or was this a sexual relationship?
At times it was sexual, but for the most part, it was platonic while I was with Mr. Harrison.
But this whole
And how did you manage to do this for 15 years, but 8 years while you were with Mr. Harrison? How did you pull this off?
Lies.
Non-stop, the entire time. Because I've asked her several times throughout this entire 8-year relationship if she's ever cheated. Absolutely not. I would never cheat on you.
Ms. Grant, Mr. Harrison is suing you.
Yes, ma'am.
For paternity fraud.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he says he signed the acknowledgement of paternity under false pretenses because he feels like you misled him, lied.
Yes, but I didn't lie about the paternity. I lied about whether or not I was seeing somebody, but like I said, the person wasn't even in our area at the time.
So you're saying you were not sleeping with this person?
Not at that time, no.
During the time Aaliyah was conceived?
But how am I supposed to ever believe that after an entire 8-year relationship? Aaliyah's only 4 now. You see what I'm saying? That's a long time to supposedly not just be.
That's a long time. That's why we're here.
Your point is, how do I believe that when you already admitted?
When she admitted up to all this, she told me, yes, it's been going on the whole time.
But I also, when I came clean, I gave you the option, whether or not you wanted to stay, whether or not you wanted to go ahead and call it quits for good, forever.
Yes, you're
Or
right.
if you wanted to go ahead and, lay it out all
Because I'm
out.
not a deadbeat and actually want to be around my children if they're mine. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to sit there. I told her time and time again, I said, I don't care how bad at times our relationship is. Let's wait until the kids get older so that they can understand a little bit better than dad just leaving at 4 and 7 years old. The thing is, I love her to death. She's my best friend, and she really is. I mean, like, I spend 100 hours
There
straight with her.
are a lot of people out here that love people, but don't trust them.
And lies. That's all it boils down to is lies. That's it. It's just the lies. I feel like she will lie for no reason whatsoever.
Miss Grant, when were you last intimate with this other guy? In December.
Before Mr. Harrison and I decided to try and reconcile, we had been living apart for almost 10 months.
Almost 10 months.
And so this is just months ago, 2 months ago.
Let me
that you really.
this. I had major ankle surgery in February of 2014. She decided that was the time she wanted to break up. And while I'm immobile, I can't even get up from the couch. After major ankle surgery, she was dolling up and darting out the door while I had to watch the kids off right. She couldn't even get off the couch.
And despite this, you still wanted to be with her.
Absolutely. I tried. And it wasn't. I love her and I love my kids so much. You know, that I was willing to bend over backwards and forgive her for all of her misdeeds. All of them.
What about your misdeeds? Don't sit here and act like you haven't cheated on me.
I'm not saying that.
He cheated on me with someone who is, he's an indie pro wrestler. He cheated on me with someone who, they call ring rats. They call ring rats for a reason, Your Honor.
Okay. The relationship is definitely in turmoil.
And now I was ready to lay it all out in line.
And now the paternity, though, of this beautiful young child is in question.
I'm to the point where, you know, we laid everything out.
So you feel like it was all false pretense that she lied the entire time and set you up for this. That's what paternity fraud is.
Yeah, I did lie. I get to lying about being with somebody else. Here and there.
So do you also admit, Ms. Grant, to basically defrauding and basically saying this is your child when you knew for certain that it was not his child? Did you do that?
No, ma'am. I knew 100% that she was his child because she was conceived during a blizzard.
What does snow on the ground have to do with child paternity?
Because the other person doesn't like the cold weather and he went to Florida.
She feels like she can sit there and name the day of conception.
I can.
And I don't see how.
Hold on. Let me. I have a conception calculator here. I want to understand this. So, what day was Aaliyah born?
Her birthday is September 15th of 2010.
September 15th, 2010. If her birthday is September 15th, the dates of conception would be somewhere between December 19th and December 27th.
Yes, ma'am. Her birthday is September 15th.
You say this is a blizzard. This is how you know it could not be the other man's child, is because this man doesn't like the cold. And so he was not there. He was gone. Alright, so
It doesn't make much sense, Your Honor, because this person doesn't have the time and the
That person has the time and the money to do whatever he wants.
it says here, snowfall, drifts several feet deep.
It was a bad year. And it was a bad year the year before as well. I mean, we had ice storms that almost like
So the bottom line is the weather that Ms. Grant is describing is in fact true, that it was very snowy weather, and her recollection is this gentleman that she has had this 15-year-long affair does not like the snow, so he was gone. Do you believe that assertion or not?
No, I don't.
That's what I want to understand.
I don't expect him to believe. I expect him to believe cold, hard facts and your results.
Everything in me wants to believe everything she said. I've been with her 8 years, almost 9. I want to believe everything.
Off and on, not straight through, because there's been times where you had
ups and downs. Like I said, there's been ups and downs.
Ms. Grant, you do understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Based on your testimony and what you admitted to in your relationship, that at this point he just doesn't believe
I don't expect
anything
for him
you
to believe
say.
anything, but he also, we're at the point where we don't believe each other about anything except for what time it is and if it's sunny outside.
I cannot go any further in the relationship as far as marrying her, moving back into the house with her until I get something concrete about it.
And my kids keep coming to me and asking me, when he comes to visit, where's Daddy going?
I have to also sit there and say, she has 3 other kids. She has 3 other kids. Other than mine, that I've also taken in.
So the truth is the stakes are very high, and it's not just this relationship on the line, there's an entire family.
5 people inside the house right now are affected by what's going on.
More than 5 people.
And you
I have people right now telling me that I would be ashamed of myself for even being here to prove to this man who I am in love with at this very moment, even though he is accusing me of not knowing who the father of my child is. I would be ashamed of myself wanting to come in front of you and prove to him and the rest of the world that yes, I've done wrong, but I'm willing to admit that, and I'm willing to right those wrongs for my children.
But Miss Grant, as you stand there and I see how emotional you are when you speak,
Yes, ma'am.
you do understand that much of this is caused by this 15-year-long affair and secret.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But your
I want to
point
forget
is
that.
that you're ready now to just step up to the plate, admit what you've done wrong.
Because he has the right to know.
When we got into it,
I was willing to lay it all out there so that he could be there for the kids if he wanted to be. If he doesn't believe that she's his, that's his problem.
And so if Aaliyah is not your biological daughter, what are you gonna do? Are you leaving the family? Are you gonna try to work this out?
I just think after all the lies, I just don't think I could bring myself to reconcile again with her. Her friend that had hit me up on
She's not
Facebook and
any type
texted,
of friend of mine.
she
She's
apparently
a
told her
blackmailing
friend
people away.
that I was not her dad. So that's
Why she know she wasn't there with us?
Apparently you told her.
No, I didn't. She.
I don't know.
Okay.
Her friend told you that Miss Grant said that you're not the father.
I never said that.
You state and you are suing because you believe, Mr. Harrison, that Miss Grant purposely, with intention, lied to you about the fact that you were Aaliyah's biological father.
I don't think it's a question of her tracking me or whatnot. I think it was more or less, it was the time, and when she found out she was pregnant, we both kind of found out at the same time, and I was supposed to be the only one around, and with her wanting to break up with me just on spite, because she didn't want to come clean herself.
Sir, I understand that, but you have to understand that there is a difference as you talk about a legal cause for paternity fraud. There's a difference between not wanting to tell my partner, my mate, that I've also had an affair, to purposely, with intention, defrauding him, telling him, you are the father of this child, and I know for certain that somebody else is, and making you sign an acknowledgement of paternity. Those are two completely different things, and even though the lie she told, the lie she lived, was morally wrong on every level, the legal foundation for paternity fraud has just not been presented here in this courtroom today. And, you know, as I look to the law in your home state, that even though you're able to sue for paternity fraud, there's a statute of limitations.
It's not the testimony for 24 months, Your Honor. He's the daddy.
You know Aaliyah's 4 now.
Yeah.
You would have had 2 years. And you have a lot on the line here. Yes, morally, wrong on every level. Legally, not paternity fraud.
He doesn't believe she's his because of the.
I think it's time for the results. Are we ready?
Yes,
Your Honor.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Harrison versus Grant, when it comes to 4-year-old Aaliyah Harrison, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Harrison, you are her father. I told you.
I'm happy.
Good. Good. How do you feel, Ms. Grant?
I feel vindicated, Your Honor. Absolutely. I may have lied about my affair, but I know who the father of my child is.
Are you going to try to work this thing out?
I hope we can.
I would like to. I really would.
I hope we can.
I forgave her for everything. When she and I sat down and had the talk, we hashed it all out.
Let me say this to you both. And we have resources for you in counseling, and I want you to take advantage of that. Ms. Foster, Foster, you claim you and your ex-boyfriend planned your pregnancy only to have him abandon you and deny paternity. You are here to prove that he is your daughter Jakia's biological father. You want him to step up and take care of his daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson, you say Ms. Foster cheated on you multiple times during your relationship, and there is no way you are Jakia's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Foster, tell us, why do you need to open this case?
I'm opening this case today because, Your Honor, I have a 1-year-old child who we planned on having. She looks like him.
Beautiful.
She acts like him. He doesn't step up to nothing. I mean, he's posting pictures on social media.
That's not my baby.
He just gives me nothing.
She don't even post the baby on social media.
So you admit you haven't been stepping up. I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about real parenting.
I can't say I admit to anything because I always say I'll do this and I'll do that.
How did this relationship even start?
Ma'am, Your Honor, this relationship started through social media. We found each other through Facebook.
Social media, I should have known. No wonder we're talking about social media. Okay, go ahead.
We found each other through social media, so we had a mutual friend. That vouched for him, said he was a good person, so we jumped into a relationship. I had my first child, and he did come bring us to his mother's house, but he was claiming my first child knowing she wasn't his baby, but then when we planned a baby, he doesn't deny this child at all.
Wait. I want to understand this. So this first baby was not his biological child.
Correct.
But he took you home to his mother like, look at my girlfriend and our baby.
Correct.
Then what happens?
In the midst of us staying together, he told me I was going to be his baby's mother, because I was the best mother in the world. That's why he said it.
Actually,
Facts.
no.
Facts, Your Honor.
No.
I am the best mother in the world. He can't say anything.
Having
He
sex
has to
on and
step up
off.
to be even
But
that.
the man that she had dropping her off at my house, claiming it was her brother, was the dude she was sleeping with.
Correct, Your Honor. It definitely was.
Basically what the story was, she already came to my house pregnant by her so-called brother, you feel me? And it was like I mentioned it to her, you feel me? She used me for a place to
I
stay.
can't come nowhere pregnant if I just had a baby and it's January and I wasn't pregnant.
So wait, you're in this relationship. No, wait a minute. You're in a relationship, living at his mother's house.
With him?
He thinks you all are boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, Your Honor, he doesn't think. He had a whole nother girlfriend out of town. He wanted to play house here and there and have us in a polygamous relationship, which he don't got it like that.
Actually, I wasn't playing house.
Actually, he was.
Then at some point, you found out you're pregnant again.
Yes, Your Honor, after he left out of town again.
So what happened?
I was talking in a relationship with him, and when I found out he was in a relationship with the other female, I went to go continue doing me with the Marquise gentleman, that to be the alleged father as well. I was sleeping with both guys, and I mean, you had some girlfriends, so I can't
I called.
Oh, and you said it's my brother.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Which I used to call my brother, but
Well,
first they denied it, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, kick him out.
Wait, so you think you're in a relationship, but she's sleeping with your friend?
Yes, that's
no, Your Honor, no, Your Honor, we were not together when he left. We were not together.
But you still on my house when I left though, you feel me?
That's pointless. I mean, that matters nothing to me.
How many times I was like,
You left to go get somebody else. You and my baby stayed. That's just what it was.
So, Miss Foster, I want you to take me to the day you found out you were pregnant.
I fell to the floor. I did 3 rolls around the floor in the doctor's office because I wasn't having no kids. I'm going to be a single mother to 2 children by myself. I'm 20. It's not happening. So, at that point, I told Marquise because Marquise was there. Physically, he was gone out of sight, wasn't worried about him.
Marquise is the brother. Who wasn't a brother?
The brother who wasn't a brother.
Okay.
Your Honor. So I told him, I'm pregnant. You could be the father out of you and Sean. Off back, I told him. So Sean around the same time, the same week.
She never said nothing.
When did you tell Mr. Jackson?
A month later.
So you waited a whole month?
Because we weren't speaking.
No.
After he left to Chicago.
So Mr. Jackson, do you remember when she told you?
The baby that Kaya, that she was pregnant with, the man Marquise was already on the phone talking about that was his child. She came to my house pregnant. I didn't hear from her after I came to Chicago until she had the baby. She was 6 months when I first heard about her.
Oh,
No.
look at that. Miss Foster, I do have to ask you this.
Okay.
If you know you guys, why are you just bringing Mr. Jackson to court?
I went to the doctor's office, they gave me the conception calendar. I got pregnant February 21st. That's the same day you left. So that week and that week before, I had a menstrual period. We're sleeping together the entire time. While I'm on in the shower every night, every day, 3 times a day, lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and I was a period. 2 weeks is 7 days to get pregnant, baby. You're not shooting. My conception date said February 21st is when you were fertilized. You were still there. So,
But didn't you also admit you were having sex with both guys? Because if he could have 2 girlfriends, you could have 2 boyfriends?
Bobby's one of the medical school. I kind of know what I'm talking about as far as the female reproductive system.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I wish you would have known so much about what you were talking about that you would have known who your child's father was. You told me you had 2 boyfriends because he had 2 girlfriends. And you were sleeping with them at the same time.
You know, I normally get blonde, so I switch up in the winter and go dark.
Having a sexual relationship with the other guy at the same time you were having with Mr. Jackson.
So I can't wait for you to do the bob. That's gonna be beautiful
So
with this
if
color.
you're telling
I
me
can't wait.
that during the window of
I'm gonna find
conception,
out. Find it here.
you only slept with Mr. Jackson.
Yes, sir.
If you happen to see it, let me know.
That's not true.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's only for, you know, everybody don't get this color. I have to save you some money to get them hair. Let me know.
Okay.
What kind of relationship do you have with her?
Can you bring your head to the back?
Because I don't talk to her, but man, you don't even click. We get on the phone and argue, me and my girl every time. You feel me? So what's the point? Keep calling her, me and my girl got.
So is that the long way of saying you don't even spend no time with her?
I'm like 4 hours away. I asked her, you feel me? I can go and get Jakaya. Oh no, you're not bringing her up there, woo. My girl ain't got nothing to do with that.
This girl
If
is.
it's my daughter, you feel me? Then why can't I be around her?
So your
Who even said I have to
point
come back to
is
Chicago
I've
with
tried, but she doesn't want the baby around my new girl.
Basically.
So we haven't been able to establish
Basically.
a
They
relationship.
on the phone, best friends, and then the next day,
So you have never seen this baby in person in your life? Never hugged her, never nothing.
Not yet. No.
15 months. This is the part that drives me crazy. Everybody know how to meet halfway to make a baby, but don't know how to meet halfway to come see the baby and establish a relationship with a parent.
None of my family know about the baby.
No, that's not my point. That's not my point. This happens too often. Everybody knows how to get together to make the baby. Where we gonna have sex, where we gonna do it. We'll talk when I talk. We already all planned in the world that it was time to
You can check the mirror.